everybody's there, we will get you started. Good luck, everyone. You can bowl one frame by the person on the left and then 2 frames by the person on the right, and so on.
All right. Welcome to the 2020 Indiana State Queens Championship here inside Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana. This is the match play portion. Mike, we've got our 16 bowlers after qualifying has concluded, and we got some great matches out here in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, 10 minutes of practice, everybody's ready to go, and yeah, we've got, and any one can win because they've all played well enough to get here, and we've seen some good games, so it's possible to lose with a good game out there.
Scott Gilmore and Mike Albee in the broadcast booth here, bringing you all of the rounds of until we get a champion here. Chad Lester, our producer, as well in the booth, and we want to thank our sponsors, Pinheads Bowling Center and Fishers, Big Four Sox, Mike Albee's Arrowhead Bowl in Lafayette, and Motive Bowling, and also the Anderson-Madison County Visitors Bureau. I want to thank them for their sponsorships. Without those businesses' contributions, this broadcast on Savage Bowling TV would not be possible. Some big matches, obviously, on lanes 3 and 4 is Shelby New, the number 1 seed, against Teresa Smith-Dill, who's a 2-time champion of this event. That'll be a big one. And then
that's a tough draw when you're the leader.
Yeah, you get a wily veteran like Teresa, who's really solid with her game. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Shelby's going to have her hands full, and then you have Dana File and Natalie Tackett on 5 and 6 right in front of us, and then right in front of us on 7 and 8 is Annalise Sisk and Monica Hall-Meals, who won the tournament in 2018. So we have a lot of really good bowlers and great matches right here in front of us. Also, we'll be talking about on 11 and 12 is Faith Hall against Kayla Bird. That should be a great match. Kayla, very powerful strike ball as you're looking at Monica Faith right here on lane 12, comes in high and leaves the 4-pin. So we're going to try to flip these cameras around, and we got 3 cameras in place here to 3 pairs of lanes. So we're going to try to show you as much action as possible. Teresa Smith-Dill started with a spare strike on 3 and 4, and now Shelby New looking to double here in the second frame. Single game, but it is double elimination. Ooh, she comes in high. 6-7-10 split.
Yeah, didn't get the break knocking that one out, just leaving a 6-10. So she's got a tough split right out of the get-go. But and she didn't bowl this last session, which was a good call. I think she seemed very prepared, and still 8 frames to go in this one, and she's got a spare left in the second frame.
Well, why though? Really, in the grand scheme of things, she was a number 1 seed. She bowled well. Good enough, and you made a great point earlier. You just want to get in. Yeah. Really, I mean,
I don't know what she could have gained by it, really. Right. I mean,
try something different and see what that ball might do.
But these one-game matches go quick, so you've got to be able to make adjustments quickly and throw good shots so you can make those adjustments. That's what's ultimate important.
And got to be on the offense right away. Natalie Tackett with a quick double.
2 flush shots, perfect shots.
And now you're taking a look at Faith Hall here on 11 after the 9-pin, and she gets it. Six-pin for Shelby New, and now we're back over here on 9 and 10. That is Michelle Irwin, you just saw there. Talented bowler out of Indianapolis. She just opened.
Yeah, 2 opens in a row, so she just needs to settle down a bit, and she's down a little bit, but it's early. Just got to start making shots 1 frame at a time.
I notice, Mike, a lot of times in some females, not all, compared to males, they're just right back up right away. There's no where the guys will, and some lady bowlers will be a little more methodical about their approach. If they open up, they open in a frame, they're going to take a little more time to regroup rather than just get right back up there and bowl the next frame.
I think that's probably more of an individual thing, but because you want to make sure you're set. I mean, if you do get caught up in that where you're trying to go too quickly, or the other way, if you want to think about it too much, it just really depends on your confidence level when you go up there to throw it. If you just know it's a bad shot and, hey, I just need to get back up there and get back on it. So I think everybody kind of does a little bit differently, but it's easy to get your feet going too quick once you have an open to not settle back down and get yourself back together.
All right. Let's see what we have here. Looks like Kayla Bird went spare strike spare. Monica Hall, or Faith Hall, I keep calling her Faith Hall with spare start. And Teresa just missed a 10-pin to get Shelby right back in her match.
Kimberly Woodall just had 4 in a row and left a 10-pin. Good start for her.
Now Annalise Sisk right here on the left side of your screen.
Beautiful
with
shot.
A nice double early in her match, 3rd frame.
Nice and smooth, very comfortable looking shot there. Great shot.
Natalie Tackett with the front 3 for her start. The other thing too, Mike, is this is where you got to really keep the nerves in check, right?
Yeah, and you don't want to give anything a one-game match. I mean, we're talking any shot can be either what makes or breaks you. So you've got to be solid and thinking about what you want to do and just be set and ready to go. Be confident.
Dana File here on lane 5 with the 3-10 split.
Nice spare.
Good cover.
Perfect.
And Teresa Smith-Dill with back-to-back opens in the 3rd and 4th frame. Well, let's see if Shelby here can jump on the opens that Teresa gave her. Just saw Kayla Bird just leave a 4-9 split, and Annalise Sisk just missed the 4-7.
Good shot.
You just can't miss easy spares in this one-game format.
Not one game, no. I mean, that puts you in trouble. Because you don't want to. Not only is it good for you, but you don't want to take any pressure off your opponent.
Shelby off to the left of your screen. Oh, she
gives it
comes
right back.
back. The fear that I had with Shelby was putting too much pressure on herself, being the #1 seed and being her hometown.
Yeah, and she's 4 frames in, and she needs to settle down a little bit. Just don't second guess what you're doing. Just go out there and take it 1 frame at a time. That's all you can do. And she's pretty close to even with her opponent, and she starts to just needs to loosen up a bit.
Boy, if you're Teresa, you think, okay, I just went back-to-back opens and I'm still up 3 pins.
Yeah.
As Monica Hall Meals just missed a 10-pin right after Annalise Sisk gave her an open frame in the 4th. She's down 11 through 4. And now here's your look at Natalie Tackett on lane 5. Comes in through the face, fortunate just to leave the 4-7. How much advantage do players that have been here before have over those that have not?
Yeah, I think there's some. I mean, they obviously, if they've been here before, they've obviously very talented. If you haven't been before and it's new to you, sometimes being naive is being naive about the situations is a good thing. You don't have any expectations. But once again, it's all about taking it 1 frame at a time. You've got to be confident in what you're doing, what your decisions are, and confident about that.
Natalie just picked the 7-pin off the 4.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of misses, but I think it's a break. It's been 30-40 minutes since some of them have bowled, and even longer for the ones that decided not to bowl the last round. So.
Dana Files' ball looks like it's reading a little
Way
too early.
Way too early, yeah.
That one started checking up quickly at about 40, 45 feet. And
Yeah, in practice, it looked like she had some surface too, and trying to go direct like that. And same thing, I just wanted to go a little quick.
Teresa leaving the 7-pin off to the left corner of your screen, trying to get a double there. Boy, and the single pin and easy misses come back to haunt you. And like you're saying, Mike, you just don't want to give your opponent life if you're up in a match.
Yeah, I think, early on the fresh surface, I mean, we're seeing a lot of things, where the ball doesn't quite do it's not a little bit unpredictable until things settle down, but everybody's dealing with it.
Annalie coming in high, leaving the 6-10 there. Right in front of us. Now we're back down on 11 and 12 with Faith Hall and the Kayla Bird match. We're going to be talking about matches that aren't on your screen too, so just bear with us. We're trying to give you all the action we possibly can around us. Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee in the broadcast booth. We want to thank you for taking time out of your Saturday afternoon to watch the best ladies in the state of Indiana battle their way to a state Queens championship. First round of match play right here. We have 16 lady bowlers and double elimination, single game matches. And Kayla Bird, 8-pin falls late, but she leaves the 2-10.
Shelby New catches that first double of the game for 2 beautiful shots.
Maybe that will loosen her up a little bit. Dana File is 80 in the 5th with a spare in the 6th. She's down 26 to Natalie Tackett. She made a ball change too. And that ball really hooked early. Oh, and she gets the ultimate break by Brooklyn Trip 9. 3-bagger for Shelby.
That's what it takes sometimes. That's what it takes to get those breaks.
And Natalie with a flush strike there on lane 6, and now back-to-back opens for Kayla Bird. She's only got 86 or 84 in the 6th. Here she is on the left lane. She's down 28 pins, and there's a nice shot right there.
Beautiful, beautiful shot.
And spares will come back to haunt you. We just saw Monica Hall Mills chop a spare, and Natalie Tackett now with a double here takes a 36-pin lead over Dana File. .310 split for Faith Hall. Right now we're looking at Dion here on lane 10 with the 10-pin.
Yeah, she was sitting on a strike trying to go for the double, but
oh, and she misses it. I think she might be the second left-hander in the top 16.
Yeah, that's what I see. I believe you're correct on that one. They, yeah, Deanna's now down about 10. Looks like.
Michelle Irwin.
Very tight match.
Yeah, Michelle Irwin battled her way back in, throwing a double in the 5th and 6th frame, and now an open frame again by Teresa, and she's down big.
Yeah.
To Shelby. You know, and this could be the one. You know, it's kind of like, how do you want to say it, like the Patriots. When you have an opportunity to knock the great players or great teams out, you got to take advantage of that, right?
Yeah, don't give the great players any room.
Because then all of a sudden, then that's when they make their run, right?
Yep.
There's that, if they get by that one sketchy game or what have you, then. But she's setting things a little short, Mike.
Yeah, Shelby New with 5 count on that turkey.
Definitely hurts in pin count. This is a makeable split. She's got the 3, 4, 6, 7, 10.
Makeable. It's makeable.
Now we're looking at Michelle Irwin on lane 10 with the 10 pin. And she makes it. And she goes 2 out. Boy, that's a critical mistake there, I think. 3 means 6 a lot of times right there.
Yeah, Teresa can strike out the 9th to 10th for 179, and Shelby's on a 173 pace. So not out of the woods yet.
Looks like Natalie Tackett's going to win her match
Yeah.
as Dana File splits in the 8th frame. 113. Natalie already at 106 in the 5th. That looked like a much better shot from Shelby. Now, Teresa's got some life now, Mike.
Yeah, she's in it. She is in it.
You had to be thinking when she finished her 8th frame that she felt like she was pretty well out of it.
Yeah, I agree. If she can strike out, if Teresa can strike out in the 9th and 10th for 179, it would force Shelby
to double
with this spare. Yeah, a double.
And boy, that could be tough.
Yeah, first match. I mean, already got to perform.
Well, and her low game of the qualifying was 196.
Yeah.
Well, that would win this match by 20 pins right now.
Yeah, just take that and sit down. Yeah, exactly.
And Natalie with the spare in the 8th. Kayla Bird with her spare there. She had a double going. She's got 132 in the 8th. She's right back in her match, too, as well. And there's the strike.
That was a pretty shot there. That's 6. Slaps the 10 out on a half pocket hit for Teresa Dillon.
Boy, and you just... Now here's Faith Hall. She has 139, it looks like, I believe, in the, or no, 119 in the 7th, and she strikes there in the 9th. That gives her
She's shooting.
139, is that right? Yep, 139. Just a 7-pin match right there, Mike. Now Teresa Smith-Dill, 10th frame, working on a strike. Oh, and it comes in high, 4-7. And now if you're Shelby, you could take a little sigh of relief possibly right here. Still, she would force a mark here in the 10th, would force Shelby to throw something good in the 10th frame.
That looks like Taylor Ellison, is it down there?
Yeah.
259.
Wow. You're going to win a lot of games shooting that score.
Yeah, she's a winner there.
Faith Hall. Oh, trips a 4-pin late. Big shot there. That's going to win the match for her. Right now she's looking at 188. The most that Kayla Bird can shoot is 182. Teresa now with a 158 score.
Well, looking at that first match over there, Shelby's up with a spare in the 9th. I mean, if she gets another 5 count, it's going to be interesting.
Well, Dion Wilson-Bouye with a spare in the 10th. She can shoot 184. That would force Michelle Irwin to double in the 10th to win. And Shelby doesn't look very comfortable right now. But, 3 and 4 had been tricky early.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if she misses a spare and gets 9 out, it's a tie.
Almost looks like to me, Mike, the fronts are really hooking on that pair. And then if you get it out a little bit, it just doesn't want to recover. Good fill shot there for Dion. She has 184. Now Michelle Irwin here in the 10th frame has to double. And
Shelby New needs a spare to win the match.
oh, my goodness, and she missed it.
She gets 2, and she loses by 1 pin.
Oh, my goodness.
158 to 157.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. I knew it would be close, Mike. I knew she had to show up with a good start.
Yeah, that was a tough spare to get that 6 count to start with, and then, leaving the 3, 6, 9, 10, and then chopping the 3 and a 9 out of it.
How big was that 5-2 count?
5-2, yeah.
If she gets 3, she wins that match.
And there's a 6-2. So, yeah, I mean, all the pressure now is going to be on Shelby, from here on out. So,
well, now you just
got a former champion that now got a break in the first one, and you never know how they take that, too. So, Teresa is going to be one to be reckoned with, obviously.
Michelle Irwin doubles in the 10th to win her match.
What a comeback.
Annalise Sisk is going to win her game over Monica. 222 for Annalee. A nice double here in the 10th frame for Dana File. Hey, it's double elimination, so there's still a lot of bowling left. You're not out of it.
Use all your frames to get lined up. You know, even if you're struggling, keep using your frames to get yourself lined up for the next game.
189 to 184. Michelle Irwin comes back to beat Dion Wilson-Bouye. Whoa, we got a possibility of a tie. Am I looking at that right over there? Go to 11 and 12, Chad. I think we got a tie game. Am I right? Is that 182 to 182?
Yes, it is. 182 to 182.
I would believe it would be 9th and 10th frame roll-off.
So it doesn't matter what you shoot. It's just a matter if you have more than your opponent. So, you know, and there's some bigger games that are losers out there and some littler games that are, I mean, we've got a 158 winner down here, or 159 winner over here.
Yeah, and the frustrating thing is, like, if you're Dana File, you're like, well, I beat both those people to my left, and she only shoots 161.
That's why you don't scoreboard watch.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't want to know that,
But here's the thing. If you look, Faith Hall went strike 6-1.
Yeah.
And then Kayla Bird struck out in the 10th to tie her. So it goes to show you that it is so huge to get all the pins you could possibly get. It cost Shelby New her first round match.
Yes. Yeah, 158, 157, that's a tough one.
Well, and if she had the 5-count split. If she gets 3 on a double, that's 6 pins.
There's a lot of pressure on her now, but I think, you know, just a matter of relaxing and starting to you just have to make shots, just one at a time. Get yourself back in the flow. You know what she's got her game. She knows what she's been able to do. Just a matter of getting it put back together.
Strike there for Faith Hall on the first ball.
Yeah, that's a good comeback after 6-1 in the 10th there.
Well,
I assume it's 9th and 10th?
Yes, 9th and 10th. Don't pay attention to the score. Jeff's keeping it by hand, the tournament director. And now here's Kayla Bird. I like the position she's in because she gets to finish the game first. And I think that's huge.
Well, that's about, 5 in a row for her now from the finish of the last game?
Because now she gets to finish the game first. And now she's forcing Faith Hall to pin count, saying, okay, I got to do this or I got to do that. I like that position.
Yeah, being in the position to set the stage is better. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now we're going to get bowlers moving around. We're going to find out who our second round matches will be. And I believe we're going to have Teresa Smith-Dill. Oh, what a shot. Now she's forced.
What an awesome shot.
Faith Hall to get the first one in the 10th.
That went from being a horrific break to thank you. Yes, that's something she deserved to strike on that one anyway. What a great shot.
Annalee Sisk versus Natalie Tackett on 9 and 10. Now, no matches can start until the whole round is completed. They'll start the round on time with everyone. It's a good way to keep. My goodness, she threw it out the window. Fortunate to get 8.
That's a pretty good 8, yeah. Wow.
Well, if she spares here, she'll have 48.
I'm not sure, she might have hit her ankle on that one. I can't tell what happened on that one. I hadn't seen her throw a shot like that all day.
Yeah, she's kind of moving the leg up and down a little bit there.
Yeah, she must have caught her knee or her ankle.
Oh, that is a bad thing to have happen.
But, hey, that could have ended up in the channel just as easy. It needs to get her 2. Yep,
okay.
Good shot. Good comeback.
She's got 48.
Yeah.
Now she's going to force Faith to get the first one here and 9 to win. And here's the thing, too. They delay. Oh, what a trip. Wow. Trips to 4-7.
Yeah, that's a great break.
Now, they make everybody else wait. And we don't get any practice in between rounds. So once you get to your pair and they turn them on, you go. So all eyes will be on the hometown hero here after a tough loss in our first round match. She's going to take on Dion Wilson-Bouye.
Well, 9 spare wins it.
Nine-
A strike wins it.
9 or better wins it. Uh-oh, it's left. Oh, and it holds tight. Faith Hall wins.
Just keep it on the lane. Yep, keep it on the lane, and off you go.
Yeah, you just need to stay behind the foul line.
Wow, great finish.
Made it look easy there.
Yeah. I agree. I thought it was left as well, but it
looked in.
It held pocket. She had good speed, though. Good speed.
Of course, you can't judge. You can't judge what she's doing, but after you watch Kayla Bird, who's swinging the whole lane pretty much.
Well, that's a tough one. That's a tough match to win there.
Oh,
Pretty
great
shots.
finish.
Yeah, pretty shots.
She strikes out in the 9th and 10th for 60. Great match. Tough break for Kayla Bird after coming back and striking out in the 10th to force a 9th and 10th frame roll off.
That's how quickly the momentum changes. You know, you would have thought that it was the other way around who had the momentum in that finish, but.
All right, we're going to start round 2 here. Winners stay in the winners bracket, and the losers bracket will have 4 matches, I believe. And we're going to lose 4 bowlers after this round is completed. We'll be down to 12. Chad, you're checking out the chat room. Fans, if you want to chat, send us some questions. I'm sure. Feel free to ask Mike whatever you want. Mike's got a lot of answers on on a number of topics. Feel free to ask Mike a question or two. But if you have any questions, feel free to hit us up in the chat room here on Savage Bowling TV. I want to thank you for watching the 2020 Indiana State Queens match play portion of the championship here in Championship Lanes. And I want to thank our sponsors, Mike Alby's Arrowhead Bowl in Lafayette, Motive Bowling, Pinhead's Bowling Center in Fishers, and Big Four Sox, along with the Anderson Madison County Visitors Bureau. Round 2 now underway. We're going to have on 5 and 6, Teresa Smith-Dill. Not sure who she's bowling yet. I haven't seen her opponent. Dana File and Monica Hall-Meals. She's bowling Michelle Irwin. A couple of Indianapolis bowlers here. Dion Wilson-Bouye and Shelby New on 7 and 8 in the losers bracket match. Natalie Tackett, and we also have Annalise Sisk in the winners bracket on 9 and 10. I wonder if E.J. Tackett's out there watching his wife bowl this afternoon. If E.J., if you are, thank you for watching. Then on 11 and 12, we have Jenny Ferguson and April Herman. I believe that's a loser's bracket match. I think Jenny Ferguson lost to Taylor Ellison. Taylor had that big game.
Great game, yeah, great game.
Now, it'd be real interesting to see what Teresa Smith-Dill can do with her second wind, because she was all but knocked out into the losers bracket. Shelby New opened in the 10th.
Yeah, she's got new life.
Also, Mike, you're getting no warm-up, and you're going to a new pair of lanes. And
they had a short break because of the roll-off. So,
right.
A lot of momentum was stopped.
Michelle Irwin's a talented player.
Yeah, she throws a very nice, very great shot start. Strike to start her match. She came back in her match to win, coming from behind.
3-6-7 split here by Natalie. And she gets to the hard way.
Yeah.
Now back over to Michelle Irwin here. Second frame, lane 5, working on a strike to start her second round against the 2004 and 2012 champion, Teresa Smith-Dill. Crosses over.
Yeah, set that one just a little bit inside and a little bit short.
6-10. So your winners bracket matches that you can see are 5 and 6, 9 and 10, and I believe 13 and 14. So every other pair is a winner's bracket match. So Faith Hall and Kim Woodall are bowling on 12, 11, and 12. Check that. They're on 13 and 14. My bad. Pacemaker going off somewhere in the background?
I don't know, not me.
Oh, that's
I mean,
funny.
check my,
It's funny. You could have an alert or a ring that's not even yours,
I know.
and everybody's looking at their cell phone.
Yeah.
It's like,
I thought, okay, who's hit the snooze alarm here?
somebody take a nap, oversleep? Oh, my goodness. Well, Shelby knew.
She had a good first shot and a good second shot. I mean, strike, 4-pin.
I think if you're Shelby, you're just trying to, all right, win or lose, I want a clean game here and see what happens.
Well, she just wants to get back in the flow of things. I think, settle back down and just start making shots. And it's definitely got to be one frame at a time. And she's had that in her mindset all day.
All right, what do we got? April Herman here with a 2-10 split. She's taking on Jenny Ferguson. Kind of a weak 7-pin there. The 5-pin not cooperating. Almost like to see Teresa and maybe, as Dion Wilson-Bouye just whiffed all together on the 2-4-7. I'd almost like to see Teresa with something maybe a little more surface to read the front, so just a little bit better, not a lot.
She's close. She's very close, but it's not much that she needs. Just a little more pop there.
Oh, the only thing I'd worry about with the shiny pearl kind of cover is if you get right with it too quick, it really wants to flip.
Yeah.
Where sometimes a little bit of surface will blend that out a little bit more.
It's almost like it's just too late and not enough.
Oh, 4-9 split for Michelle Irwin.
She threw it good.
And Jenny misses the 4-7-10 split. Now we're back here on Michelle Irwin and Teresa Smith-Dill match.
Yeah, I mean, she made a great shot. Those are those ones where you're trying to get lined up and then you stick a 4-9 and just, man.
Well, Annalise Sisk.
She's got a chance.
Oh, close.
Good try.
Annalise Sisk opened in the second, spared in the third. Natalie Tackett up now, open in the first with a strike here in the second. Off to our right. That one's way left. Ooh, misses the head pin altogether. Fortunate to leave just the 1-2-9. And now Michelle Irwin here on lane 5. Oh, great
pretty
pitch.
Shot. Yeah, pretty shot.
You know, you're sure you're a little peeved about the 4-9, but you know you're close.
Yep, she's very close.
Oh,
nice
great
shot
pitch.
there, yeah, very nice.
Now back over to Natalie here on lane 9. You're going to see Shelby New off to the left side of the screen here, shooting at the 7-pin. Natalie with a spare in the third. 5-pin lead for Natalie here through 3 frames. Oh, great shot.
Yeah, that's a beauty there. Great shot.
We'll leave it right here for now, as this is a winner's bracket match between Natalie and Annalie. And Teresa there with a wrap 10-pin.
Ball's just going just a hair long. I mean, it's close.
Something just a skosh earlier, I think, would set up at the head pin.
Without diving through the front.
Right, absolutely. It's got to slow down, but Looks like, too, Shelby's playing a little more direct than what we saw her in qualifying.
Yeah, like on that shot, I mean, the ball wanted to jump a little bit high on her. It just looks like she's trying to strike before she gets it out of her hand. You know, just a hair longer with the release.
Maybe fitting it in, trying to fit it in there rather than
trying to strike before it gets out of her hand. Yeah,
right, absolutely.
Which is totally understandable, and that's how we all get in trouble doing that. We just need to settle back down, get the ball out in front of us, let the ball do all the work. Like that, much. Her spare was just a much more relaxed release. Didn't grab it, didn't try to help it.
Now
She's working on it.
Anna Lee with a nice strike there in the 4th. Big double there from Michelle Irwin off to your left there on lane 6. She's got a 1-pin lead over Teresa Smith-Dilk and make it 11 with another strike here in the 6th. Now Anna Lee trying to double here. Ooh, comes in light.
Oh,
ooh,
good break.
Fortunate.
Good break.
2-pin falls over. Seen a lot of 210s.
Yeah, she can open the lane up, but when the reaction she's got, she can certainly get it to come back.
Oh, nice shot there from Dion. Oh, and a stone 8-pin for Michelle. Wow.
On a double, too.
To me, that's just one of the more frustrating leaves in
Yeah, those
bowling.
seem rather unfair, don't they? I mean,
Boy, you just didn't see a lot of those in the
No.
80s and 90s, did you?
No.
Not very often.
Pete Weber just leaving the 9s all the time, but he had such a sharp back end finish. Great shot there.
That's a 3-bagger for April.
Pretty shot.
That's a loser's bracket match, and she's taking on a 2-time champion in Jenny Ferguson. Natalie with a weak 7-pin there. Oh, great shot from Teresa.
Tie match.
All even. 6 frames to decide it, essentially. 4 if you're just counting the 10th as 1 frame.
I do.
Oh. April Herman now with a big lead on Jenny Ferguson. And Natalie with the spare there on your left side of your screen. Still a 5-pin match with her and Annalise Sisk. Must strike situation here for Jenny. And she leads the 1-3-8. Jenny Ferguson is on the verge of being eliminated here. Her last win in this tournament came in 2011. She won in 09 and 11.
She throws some good shots today. I mean, I like the look she had at the lanes. Just a couple shots, put her in trouble.
Nice shot there from
Good break.
Michelle.
Yeah, come in hard and took that head pin off the wall and perfect strike, save some count. Now she can put another one together. Shelby New with a great shot, leaving a solid 10, but great shot, good spare.
22-pin lead. That is a loser's bracket match, so loser of that game will go home. Nice shot there from Annalise Sisk.
Ball change. Yeah, ball change over there.
And a great shot there from Michelle Irwin, finally getting the pins to cooperate. Other matches around. Dana File with a big double there on 3 and 4 to have she's got a big lead over the 2018 champion,
good break
Monica Hall Meals.
Shelby New tripping out that 4.
Big shot here from Teresa here on lane 6. That looks good.
Good shot. That's the right where you want to hit them, that high flush spot right there.
She's down 10 pins. She can
9th frame coming up.
make it an even match here with the strike in the 9th. Man, solid 8-pin.
That was a ball change as well for Natalie Tackett.
Well, she
Solid 8.
She got a break there with a strike before on a Brooklyn, and then follows it up with a great shot from Teresa. She doubles. So
Great match. Yep, great match.
see, you just give somebody a little bit of life, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
All right, we're right here with Natalie Tackett. 7th frame, trying to convert the 8-pin as she does. Ooh. Michelle Irwin with the 3-6-10.
Lost a little count. She was on a double. 9th frame.
And good spare there. Big shot here for Natalie, and she
Beautiful
gets it
shot.
10 back.
Boy, that
Annalise-
solid 8 was, man, that was in between singles.
Annalise,
Wow.
Yeah, and Annalise Sisk with a double. She can take a lead here in the match. Be her first lead in the match. She's got a 5-pin lead right now, Mike, and she can make it 15 with a strike. Oh, Michelle Irwin just washout split in the 10th. And would you believe it that Teresa Smith-Dill could advance again?
She has the opportunity. She's got working on 2 strikes in the 8th and 9th, so it's all in her hands.
Faith Hall is going to win her match over, I think she's bowling Kimberly Woodall. Oh, no, excuse me. That match is really close. It's April Herman's going to win and send our 2-time champion Jenny Ferguson out. Open frame for Michelle Irwin. She shoots 189. I believe that was the same score she shot in round 1 to win. And it might not be enough here against Teresa.
Shelby knew, perfect double. Good shots.
And here's Teresa Smith-Dill in the 10th frame. A mark would win her match. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Oh, is she lucky to leave just the 2-pin. That could easily have been
She knows it. Yeah, she knows it. Yep.
Could have been a 2-8-10
Yeah.
or 2-10 real
Yeah.
easy. Actually, she's got enough in that match to win. So she's going to advance into the winner's bracket.
But here's where you want to make that spare, because you want that extra shot just to give you another shot out there to see if you can try a different ball or a different angle. Try something different. Be a good opportunity here to try something different.
Will she do that?
This is the one where you should go down there if you had the opportunity to tell her what you wanted her to do, because that, I agree, she needs to try something a little bit different, because she's been hitting the pocket enough. But, you know, it's going to take more than, along the way here somewhere, it's going to take more than 2-0.
Well, and her pocket is what I would call a little tight.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have much of it out, and the half pocket hit's not carrying. But she's gonna.
She caught a little more of that, a little more direct. Good shot. I mean, she's all around the pocket, that's for sure.
Well, you talk about 9 lives. Teresa Smith-Dill has used 2 or 3 already. One, she was the cut number, and Shelby gave her, you know, her first round match essentially to her. And neither. I shouldn't say that, because each of them opened quite a few times to hand it to the other.
But, you know, that's, I mean, you know, Teresa Dill's, I mean, she's a champion, so those are things that you got to watch out, giving somebody like that the opportunity, you know.
Well, here's an interesting situation. Dion Wilson-Bouye struck in the 8th and 9th. She can shoot 205. So this is a big spare here for Shelby New. You don't want to give her any life going into the 10th frame. Natalie Tackett down 4 pins going into the 10th frame.
Her problem, Natalie's problem is her opponent has a strike up in the 9th. So,
well, any type of mark right now will win the game for Shelby New. 205, 189 win for Teresa Smith-Dill. Oh, and a flat 7-pin for Natalie Tackett. Dana File is going to knock out Monica Hall Meals. 2018 winner will be out in 2 games. Now Shelby here off to the left side of your screen.
Good shot, I think.
Oof. 9 pin. That'll be enough, though. I believe that'll be enough. No. She's got to make it. Luckily, the 4 pin fell early. She's got to make this spare to lock herself into the next round. And Natalie Tackett missed her 7 pin in the 10th frame. Good spare, and that will eliminate Dion Wilson-Bouye from the 2020 Queens Championship here. I think Shelby's going to do exactly what you thought Teresa should have done.
Yeah.
She's going to see what something else does.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Good plan.
Annalise Sisk, 10 pin.
Yeah, that ball change looks pretty. Her ball's getting a little farther down the lane with a little more pop on the back, so I think that's a pretty good move for her.
Well, that's enough for Annalise Sisk to win. She's got 181 in the 10th already. Natalie Tackett with 177. Ooh, I like the way
Good
that
move.
ball rolled.
Yeah, that ball got just that extra little push down the lane, yeah.
Now, however, will that be that way on the next pair she goes to?
Well, I think that's what you got to start with, though. The key to that is making sure you throw the ball good at the next. When you start that next game, make sure your first 2 frames are good shots so you can make good solid adjustments off those if you need to.
And Annalie makes her spare. She's going to be in the 190s, so.
Another strike for Dion. She's going to pull out 2-0. Going to lose by just less than a mark. It's been a good day for her. Those good solid matches. And made it to match play. That's a good day.
Absolutely. Anytime you can make match play in any major championship, it's a good weekend.
Yeah, you get an opportunity to win. That's what you want to do.
She's going to have a nice finish here. She missed 2 easy spares, Mike, in the first and second frame.
Trying to play catch up early on, yeah.
She missed the 4-7 in the first frame and then the 3-4 or 2-4-7 in the second.
Right.
And it's going to cost her.
205 loses by just 10. Natalie Tackett loses 192 to 177. Looks like 1 shot left for Dana down here.
And she's
going to win her match, yep.
Comfortably, 219 with the spare here.
Yeah.
And Monica Hall Mills only shot 159. She really struggled both her games. Well, Natalie Tackett finds herself in the losers bracket. And Michelle Irwin in the losers bracket. I can't quite see what's going on in the Faith Hall Kimberly Woodall match.
It looks like 160 for Kimberly, but she's going to win with a I think 151 is what she bowled against, so I believe she won.
Wow.
Or no, she's still got a frame left, doesn't she? It's a little far out of my realm here. Yeah, Kimberly's going to lose, I believe.
Well, we're down to 12 bowlers, Mike, and I believe I'm in.
Yeah, Kimberly's going to lose, just depending on the spare here or not, but she's going to be a little bit short.
Well, if I'm judging it by Jeff's format in the Masters, I believe the winners will be sitting
out
out this round. The losers will bowl. We'll lose 4 more, and then we'll be down to 8.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be down to 4 winners bracket, or 4 winners, and we'll be down to 4 losers. And then we'll be we'll be down to 8. Then we'll lose 2 more losers, and we'll be down to 6 after the 4th round. So it's getting down to just a handful of players left here to decide the 2020 Indiana State Queens Championship.
And any one of them, I mean, everybody has an opportunity here. There's nobody that's really dominating at this point.
15 minutes, we'll have your checks. If you've won one game and lost the game, report to your starting lanes. If you've won both games, you can go to 21 and 2, where you will be able to warm up at whatever pace you want.
So it looks like we're going to have Natalie Tackett and April Herman on 7 and 8. Kimberly Woodall will be in this round. Shelby New will be in this round. So there's 4 of the players. Dana File will be in this round. So there's 5. Now, we don't know what happened way down on the other end with Taylor Ellison. And the ladies that have, we don't know what happened with Kayla Bird. Does she survive? We don't know if Samantha New is still in. Looks like Susan Karate is bowling way down. She's just throwing a shot. I believe that's her. She's bowling Dana File, I believe. Michelle Irwin's going to be in this match, or this round. So Shelby New and the 2016 champion Kimberly Woodall. Boy, the advantage of being in the winner's bracket, it's pretty important.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's the shortest road to the title.
Yeah. Now, they don't get practice balls when they come back on.
Absolutely not.
Right? Yeah.
First ball counts.
So that makes it a little different for the winners. It's not necessarily, but you're in the same boat as your opponent. So.
Well, they're down on 21 and 2, warming up, so they'll come in a little bit fresh. I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, no, winning a match is much more important than a practice ball here or there.
Well, you know, and as you know, you can't discount the fact of each match is a mental grind, and that wears on you and wears on you. And anytime mental exhaustion can be just as bad as physical.
Oh, yeah, and you don't want that to creep in. You know, you want to keep that positive, momentum going, and that's the most important part. The confidence level stays high. Shelby New and Kimberly Woodall, that'll be a tough one for either one of them.
So Kayla Bird is bowling Michelle Irwin. It looks like Samantha New is still alive. It looks like Taylor Ellison is still alive.
So Taylor lost the last match, apparently.
So we have Shelby New, Faith Hall, Dana File, Susan Karate, and Samantha New defeated Susan Karate 235 to 198. So that's why Susan's in this losers bracket. This match on 5 and 6 could be really good between Kimberly Woodall and Shelby New. Because you know
good
one
start
thing,
by Kimberly, yep. Good start.
Shelby's going to have her best game of the match play round to win this game. Now, Shelby's kind of familiar with what this end of the house is doing because she's been down here predominantly all day, where Kimberly Woodall is coming from down around, 15, 16, 17, 18, that area, and coming down here to the low end of the house. Now, she didn't start with the ball she threw in the fill ball. Are you surprised by that?
Not necessarily. I mean, she's got more of a, I guess, more of a script with the other one to know what it's doing. So she must feel more comfortable with. She must not have saw what she thought she wanted to see with the other ball. So the confidence is still with this one. And first frame out of the way, strike. Good start. Threw it good. Great spare. Wow, 2 good shots to start.
Yeah, it's going to be important, I think, for Shelby to get off to a great start, get that arm swing a little bit looser. She seems like she's been tight, to be honest with you, in these first 2 rounds.
Yeah. The last game, the last match was much better than the first one, obviously, much better. But it wanted to creep a little high and maybe a little too, like you said, a little too stiff with it and need to be a little more relaxed and let that ball just glide through the front a little cleaner. But these first 2 shots of this match look good. Oh, my.
Fortunate. It's almost a 7-10 there. Head pin comes back and does its job on the 10. But
yeah. Match of spares down there.
Yeah, both split spares.
Yeah.
You know, both girls giving them each other high five. You love the sportsmanship. You see a lot of that with the ladies. It's great to see.
Kayla Bird and was Michelle Irwin. Both picks up versions of the 2-4-10, basically.
Now Michelle Irwin. Oh, Brooklyn strike. Now, Kayla might not give her a high five for that one.
Oh, there it is. Nope, you were wrong. They
All
high five. But you know, that's easy to see why. I mean, you leave a 2-10 where the ball doesn't quite make it back, and you're kind of a little uncomfortable letting it go out there and give it a little room. So she just dropped the shoulder down and it crossed over for a good break.
All right, now. Flat 10.
Good shot. Good shot,
Kayla. Ooh, through the face. Fortunately, just the 6-10 for Kimberly Woodall. Now we're going to see Kayla shoot the 10 pin. Oof.
Just enough.
Good thing for the extra coat of paint on that one. Now Kimberly Woodall here on the 6-10.
Yep, fill the frame. Just put the heat back on your opponent. Shelby New's got the first 2 though. She's thrown 2 good shots to start with. Nice ball by Natalie. Great shot.
No,
good form. Ball did everything it was supposed to do.
Basically an even match.
Yeah,
right
she's
here.
in a tight one there, yeah.
Even through 4. Both players spare strike, spare strike. Now Shelby New.
Beautiful shot.
Really nice.
Yeah, those are 3 clean shots right there.
Chad's going to get his workout now. We're going to be switching quite a bit. Our producer's doing a wonderful job over here. Natalie with a double. I like it too. She's got the Pen Pal app on her phone, and I have the same thing. In this Pen Pal app, you can basically put in every tournament and keep a running tally of all your actual shots, and it's addicting.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
but yeah, it's great to see like what your spare percentage is. I mean, I really like it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's pretty cool.
I use it quite a bit. And the interesting thing, the one I always want to find out is as I'm left-handed, so I always want to know I'm a 93% 7-pin spare shooter. I've made, out of 1,261 7-pins, I've made 1,179.
See, now if I saw I left 1,207 pins, I'd be ready to. I don't know.
Well, it's not all in one league. That's that's over. I don't know how many games that's over. I could tell you how. That's out of 908 games.
Yeah, I think that'd do me more harm than good.
That's almost that's it. That's 1.5 7-pins a game though.
It's not like you don't see him and you're sleep enough, right?
I know, yeah.
You just have to bring him
Oh,
back.
I see him enough. All right. And here's Natalie. Oh, comes in light, leaving the 3-9. And that's right after April Herman doubled right after her for a 3-bagger. April's got the lead early in this loser's bracket match.
Kayla leaving the 2-4-10 there. Now, she made this the last time she shot at it, so see if she can bring another spare into it. She was on a double.
Kimberly Woodall now can't find the pocket.
Good spare by Natalie Tackett.
3-6-10 for Kimberly, and she's got
She's
one
up,
strike
ready
in
to go.
5 frames. And when your opponent has the front 4, you know,
Well, but you got to keep filling frames because things can turn fast, and that's the important part.
and the announcer's jinx strikes again as Kimberly takes the 3-6 off the 10.
Can you find that on your pen pal app there somewhere?
I'd even hate to know the percent. I might be in the 90 percentile on the announcer jinx.
Yeah. So do you have to put it in your manually put that?
Yeah,
in
you
then?
manually put everything in. So it takes, you have to kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
But once you do, I mean, I do it every league and everything I do. So.
Gorgeous shot.
Oh, beautiful
Gorgeous
shot there from Shelby.
Yeah, gorgeous. Ball's just so, you can just see it. It's just going down the lane, just another couple feet, and that's all she needed to get that ball to react. And perfect shots. She's done a great job of turning it around here.
Natalie Tackett going for the 7-pin. She makes it. Flip right back over here to Shelby New with the front 5. We'll keep it on her. We'll bring it back to her as long as she's got her string going. 6th frame here. 3rd round match. That looks good too. Oh, wow. Beautiful
Very nice
shot.
Very nice.
Now, another big shot here for April Herman. Oh, week 10. Natalie's got 127 in the 6th with a spare in the 7th. April's going to have a 12-pin lead through 7, excuse me, if she makes the spare here in the 7th. Here's a big shot for Kayla Bird. She's got a strike in the 7th. She's down here against Michelle Irwin. It's a big shot for her. Oh my goodness, and she leaves a 7-pin. Great shot.
That had no look of a 7-pin at all. Unbelievable. Good shot. Good shot.
She's got an open in the 6th. Right after a double, too. Sandwich that open right in between 3 strikes. Oh, and Kimberly misses the 3-pin. I can't quite tell what Michelle has down there. That's a little bit farther than my eyesight is good for. I'm nearsighted. It's a little far down for me, Mike.
Yeah, she's in the 2 teens with a strike up, so this will put her in the 220 pace. Nope.
Oh, bucket.
Not going to lose any count because she's on a strike, but
She looked like she missed that one at the bottom.
yeah.
Oh, what a
great break.
strike for Natalie.
Great break there.
Boy, and the Woodall Shelby New match is over.
Yeah.
Big split here for Kimberly after Shelby's got the front 6. Big spare here right now for Michelle Irwin. Oh, good cover.
Yep, perfect spare.
You know, this is going to sound maybe a little bit strange as we watch Natalie Tackett throw a double. Nobody's using 15 and 16. Would it bother you that there's not a full rack on 15 if you're bowling on 14?
You know, I would go reset it only because I wouldn't want somebody to do it for me later in the middle of my approach. So that's why it would get me. So I would go do that already, yeah. I remember those situations well. Yes, I would definitely do it myself. Because you just know, you just see somebody going, oh, this needs to be reset, and they do it, and, you know. But
I think Kimberly Woodall is withdrawing from her match. She's just told Jeff Circle, the tournament director, that she's got some discomfort in her side. Hopefully she's okay. Shelby New here with the front 6.
Oh,
make
great
it 7.
Shot. Great shot.
So now if you're Shelby.
Yeah, it makes it interesting when your opponent stepped out, so now you can just go at your pace.
Yeah, but, you know, you want to finish your game out because you got the front 7.
Yeah, oh, most definitely.
Oh, great shot there. That's a winner. Well, not yet. She needs a good count here. 9 or better on her next ball here, and she wins. Natalie can still shoot 237. Now for the front 8. I like that off her hand. Oh, fast 8. Okay, now if you're Shelby, your opponent just withdrew. Do you finish the game out?
Rule-wise, I have no idea, but
right.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if she may have to, but
oh my.
Yeah, I would want to finish it out.
That right there just allowed Natalie to win this game, right in front of us. I'm not sure what the Kayla Bird there with the spare. Great game though for Shelby New, and she's still gonna have her
yeah, she wants to continue to make good shots here, so to keep the momentum going. But yeah, what a great game.
She's gonna leave her print on this tournament before it's all said and done. 236. Natalie Tackett can strike out and win by 1.
And it's winner, you go home in this match, correct?
Right, absolutely. Yeah. Losers bracket match. And, you know, you got to think if you're April, your opponent's just going to do it. You assume it's going to happen.
This is a demanding condition, though. I mean, you've got to make some good shots and still strike.
She needs this one. That's close. Oh, a late tap of the 10.
Yeah, great shot. Great shot. Good speed, good shot, good carry.
Great shot from Natalie. That light mixer is the best hit in this house, in my opinion. The sidewalls are nice and active. The pins bounce around. All right, she needs this one right here. Great chance of a tie here. Oh, that's right. Oh.
Yep.
She missed it right off her. That was one of those, like you're saying, she's trying to strike before the.
Yeah.
It definitely was going to be fitted in the pocket as much as possible. And April Herman survives.
And that's a big 220 game that you're going to lose with. I mean, that's just that's the format.
Well, one of the favorites in my mind coming into this tournament will be going home in the losers bracket round of 3. Natalie Tackett loses 236 to 226. April Herman will advance to round 4. Shelby New will advance to round 4. Unfortunately, Kimberly Woodall had to withdraw with some discomfort.
Okay, the ladies that were bowling that round that won that game, if you would move to your next pair, please.
If I'm Shelby New, I just throw my plastic ball down the middle and go on to the next pair.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, though. You do that, and it just takes you out of what you're doing. I think you make this shot like you need it.
Well, I also figure you don't want to do anything to.
Yeah, but you don't want to change the mojo, and you don't want to change the
visualization of.
Yeah, all that. I mean, you just don't want to change your timing. It's like when you're practicing up there. I'm just going to throw this at the spare, walk up there and fling it. You know, you just don't want to change any of that.
Well, great game, 267.
Yeah, that was a beauty there.
Well, we're down to 8 players left, Mike.
So that's what do we got? Is there 4 in the winners bracket still?
4 in the winners, 4 in the losers.
Yep.
So So the 4 winners bowl one another and the 4 losers. So we're going to lose 2 more. We'll be down to 6 after this round. And then the winners, I believe, might get another bye. Actually, they would not. They would bowl the next round again, and then that would be the winner of the last person standing in that match would be in the title match. So we have Samantha New, Annalise Sisk, we have Faith Hall, and Teresa Smith-Dill in the final 4 of the winner's bracket. So Natalie Tackett, your 4 seed, is out. Jenny Ferguson, your 3 seed, is out. Kayla Bird, your 2 seed, is out.
Wow.
And Shelby New is left, but she's in the loser's bracket. So, and here's the interesting thing. Your 16 seed is in the winner's bracket. Your 13 seed is in the winner's bracket. Your 15 seed is in the winner's bracket. That's why the seeding is irrelevant in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, I think we realized it was a strong field anyway, and that in a one-game match, that's what happens. You know, I think we're seeing just because of the talent in the field.
Here's where, too, Mike, those that bowled the second, they re-entered and bowled the second squad. You're entering, and you're still alive. You're entering game 12. How does that have an impact on you physically? Because these ladies are probably not used to bowling that number of games in one day.
Well, yeah, and the issue with that is the opportunity is not there for tournaments to be in that kind of tournament shape. Or in the pandemic, we haven't had a lot of opportunity in a lot of areas to put that time and work into getting ready for a tournament like this. And then when you add the pressure mentally to that, 12 games it's not what it seems like with that kind of pressure. 12's like 24 or more, So yeah, there's going to be a fatigue factor at some point. And even if it's one frame, that's enough, or one shot, that's enough to cost you your match, as we've already seen several times.
All right, players are moving around to their right pairs. Chad's going to move things over for...
He's one of the busiest guys in the place, isn't he, Chad?
We're going to have a match on 3 and 4. Looks like 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. So we got a winner's bracket match on 11 and 12. That's Teresa Smith-Dill and Annalise Sisk. This is Faith Hall on 3.
Good shot.
Boy, she's done a lot of that, hasn't she?
Yeah, trip to 4, great shot. Good start.
This is Dana File, who's still alive.
And she's went away from that, using the ball with surface going up there, and now she's got something a little shinier and getting a little more length, and good carry on that shot.
Well, and if you're Shelby New here, you're just trying to visualize what you did the last game.
Yeah, just keep doing it. Do it the same. Yeah, that game was totally different than our first 2 games.
You almost just want to lose all train of thought and just
you don't want to overthink this. Yeah. Good release. Good shot. Yep. Yeah, if she's back to getting it figured out, the rest of the field's in trouble.
Well, and she's got a ball that's really working well.
Anytime, it's carrying well.
Yeah, anytime that 6-pin comes in and slaps the 10-pin silly.
It's hooking at the right point on the lane when that happens.
Absolutely. And the other thing, too, is you don't want to get too far ahead, but, when you look around, you're like, wow, there's only 6 of us left, or 8 of us left, right? Then you realize you don't have to beat too many players to get there.
No, but the ones that are still left have got it figured out. Oh, great break by Shelby.
Trips the 4-9 out.
And that's another one of those. You just mentioned how the 6 into the 10 shows you. When you trip the 4 off the wall like that, that shows your ball's doing the right thing as well when it digs the 4 out. That shows your swing is loose and it's doing what it needs to do.
You're putting the right touch on the ball, right?
Yep.
You talk about, you hear Randy Peterson say a lot about like Bill O'Neill, who just got the right touch. And it's about being loose. And free, and
the ball will do more what it's supposed to do when it needs to do it. If you're a little stiff or hit it a little bit extra, it's going to read the lane so much more sharp and break loose and not fade and hold, and it just doesn't do what it needs to do. Good comeback by Teresa Dill.
And Dana File here with a split in the second. Ooh. Now here's Faith Hall.
Oh, good. There's a good shot. Real good shot.
She starts off with a double. We could be seeing a crash course between Faith Hall and Shelby New. Both similar players. Play the same part of the lane. Pretty direct. And here's the thing about if you're Dana File, you don't want to make too many mistakes and allow Shelby to get comfortable.
Yeah. We've seen that.
Yes.
The last game was that way, yeah.
Yeah, she will take full advantage of that.
Yeah.
Anna Lee with the front 2, looking to make it 3.
Michelle Irwin with the front 4 down there.
She's bowling April Herman. Looked like who went strike, open, strike, strike.
Great shot on lane 4. Just a little bit inside of target. That helps breaking that down to just the 3-6 for Shelby New.
Ooh, 4-6-7 split. When your opponent has the front 3, not exactly what you want to do.
Good spare, fill the frame, and then start it back up again.
Well, she got a 24-pin lead after 2 frames, so definitely right now, if you fill frames, you're forcing your opponent to throw strikes.
Yes.
And the only way she doesn't have to is if you open the door right back up.
Yeah.
Michelle Irwin with the front 6. Shelby looking to she looks a lot more comfortable than she did just a couple of games ago.
Pre-shot routine, everything just seems so much more comfortable and consistent. Good shot there. Yeah. Yeah, she has a much more determined look on her face and confident look to where before it was kind of, a lot of head moving up and down and around, looking around. Now it's all business now. You can tell she's a lot more comfortable. That 267 will do that, I think.
He sure will.
Yeah.
Now if you just carry that over in every game, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's only
not
one
all
game.
That easy. Yeah, it's not all that easy to do that.
Spare there for Faith Hall.
I don't think she liked that at first.
It didn't look like it. Well, we got here in the morning, and it was pitch black, and it's going to be pitch black when we leave.
Not when I got here, but yeah, thanks to you two for making it set up and nice.
Right, absolutely.
The head man here, Mr. Jeff Circle, running a top show today. Great event.
Dana File here with the 2-8. Needing to make this spare and try to get back throwing some strikes. And she converts it. And Shelby with a lead here early in her match. Oh, Michelle Irwin with the front 8.
Great shots down there. My goodness, that's awesome.
And look,
and her opponent
has got strike open 6-bagger.
Yeah.
Through 8. Wow.
And this is another one of those losers, and you're out. And this one.
Go figure. That's not on our cameras, huh? Oh
Chad
my
can
goodness.
only do so
front
much.
9.
Wow.
Well, so April Herman can strike out for 269. You know, if she strikes out, that's still going to force Michelle to mark in the 10th.
Yeah. I think Chad's on it.
Well, here comes the jinx. Oh my goodness. Well, man, what a match down there.
You can't count that in your numbers.
No, that's not my fault.
No, that's not your numbers. Good spare.
Good spare there from Dana.
Yeah, good spare.
And we're going to try to get this Michelle Irwin, April Herman match underway.
A little too quick with her feet there.
Oh, Anna
Lee
Lee
just threw it in the gutter, yeah.
Wow.
A little too fast. Lost it off the bottom of her swing and just right out to the channel and then fell in.
Looks like.
And she was spare double for that.
I'm not sure what April just did there, but it looks like a spare. 9 spare, yeah. That's going to unfortunately eliminate her. Wow. And she's looking at a 240 game.
That's a tough out, yeah.
Oh,
awesome comeback by Anna Lee there.
Paralyzed 5-7. She's going to shoot. A solid 240 game and go home. Unbelievable. Sad thing is April might not lose. She might have the second highest game in the house right now and go home. I'm not sure what happened. It looks like a pin was off spot and got swept. I think the 5-pin actually moved over a little left. She's got the 5-7. So actually she's in the 230s right now, but if she spares, she'd be in the 240s, but it's irrelevant. We're all waiting for Michelle Irwin to get back up and finish her game out with the front 9. Now, the comforting thing is, Mike, Michelle's won the game.
Yes.
So the nerves should be a little less. Thank you. Thanks, Natalie. Good tournament, Natalie. Natalie Tackett heading home. Oh, Faith Hall with a 4-6-7 split. She had the lead in her match, too, comfortably. See what that does for her, and now tell you, Anna Lee had the lead in the match, and boy, gutter on a double.
Yeah. She's still ahead, but it's
boy, to lose
it's
all that pin
9
count.
pins now, yeah.
Boy, that's a lot of pin count. You lose. Yeah. You have 89 in the 4th, and now here's Michelle Irwin, front 9. Oh,
great
light
shot.
mixer, front 10.
Great shot.
Well, instead of having 98 in the 3rd, or 78 in the 3rd, she only has 69. We'll see if that comes back to play a significant role in the outcome of her match. And now here's Michelle Irwin again. Chad trying to get our camera over there. Front 10, that's left.
Oh.
Definitely left. She looked a little quick with the feet there.
Good run. What a great run.
Little off balance at the foul line.
A
little fast.
But great shots.
Probably a little bit of nerves there. Now Chad's going to have to fix the camera again. He's working hard, Mike.
Yes, he
While
is.
we're sitting down here on our chairs watching. Oh, my goodness.
Dana doubles up to try to get back in this one.
All right, now Shelby New.
She's went high back-to-back times on this lane. She left the 3-6 twice.
Just a 16-pin match here. Dana was down 26. That strike in the 7th cut it to 16. So far from over. Oh, great shot.
That looked like the ball she used in the fill ball. That was a good shot. Good move. Good adjustment.
Well, still 16 pins. She can make it back to 26 with a strike here. And Teresa Smith-Dill with the strike.
Good shot.
And Anna Lee doubles right after the gutter.
Yeah.
How about that?
It's like she squared up a little bit with that ball. She's been using a little bit better angle, and she looks very comfortable the way she's throwing it and confident.
Well, here's a big shot, really, for Shelby. Oh, solid 10.
Good shot. It's good adjustment with that ball. The ball looks good.
And Teresa with the strike.
She's trying to stay close. She's got 2 20s left.
Faith Hall and Samantha New match is getting close over here on 3 and 4. Just a 13-pin lead for Faith. Samantha New with a strike in the 9th can cut it to 3.
No clear winner in the 3 matches left.
Much strike here for Dana File. Ooh, nice pitch there from Anna Lee with the 4-pin. Needs to make the spare here. Oh, almost a 7-10, just a 7.
Yeah, she gave a good run. That was a good shot.
Well, Samantha New can cut it to 3 here with the strike here on lane 4, 9th frame. Anna Lee Sisk with a spare would have 178 in the 8th. There's a chance of a tie game in the Teresa Smith-Dill and Anna Lee Sisk match. Big shot here for Samantha New. Oh, and she got it.
Beautiful shot. She's put together a good comeback here.
Well, she's got 222 out there, the most.
She can lock her out with a double.
Sure can. 215 is the best Faith Hall can shoot. Now, Annalise Sisk can strike out and not shut out Teresa Smith-Dill. She would have to strike out to tie. So a big shot here from Annalise Sisk. We got 2 big shots. We're going to show you Annalie here first. That's right. She leaves the 2-8, and now Samantha New can take the lead in the match. 10th frame. Oh, wow. What a shot.
Beautiful shot.
That is a 4-bagger for Samantha New. Oh, great shot there from Dana File. And now Teresa Smith-Dill will need to throw the first one in the 10th and get 9 if Annalise Sisk makes a spare and gets 10 fill. Yep. So a lot to be determined yet. And she makes the spare.
Yeah, good spare.
Now we're going to go right back to Samantha New here on 3 and 4. This to lock up the match. Anything less will give Faith Hall a chance to win it in the 10th. It looked left off her hand. Oh, what a break. The ultimate break in bowling. Brooklyn strike, and boy, that is just devastation if you're Faith Hall. Oh. Still 9 count, 215. She still forces Teresa to get the first one in the 10th.
This shot's for...
She just needs 4 pins for Samantha New. And... oh, and
beautiful
Teresa
shot.
gets it. Wow. Boy,
Yeah, so far you don't want to leave any room for Teresa Smith-Dill in the game.
and what a comeback win for Samantha New.
Yeah, that was a
We're on a
great
crash
finish.
course. Samantha New is going to be in the finals of the winners bracket. She's waiting to find out if it's going to be Teresa Smith-Dill or Annalise Sisk. Wow. Now Teresa. 8 or better on this shot will win it. And that's a winner.
Champion, yeah, she knows how to win. That's for sure. Great
two-time
shots.
winner of this tournament.
Yeah, great shots.
2004, and her last one coming in 2011, I believe. Nope, not 2012. You know, I don't want you to don't overthink this. She won it in 04 and 2012. How many years apart is that?
That'd be 7, I think.
Mike,
Right? No.
Mike. 12 minus 4?
Oh, 12 minus 4. You said 11 first. Yeah, I
Yeah,
only listen
I know,
to the first
I know.
thing you say. So that's all.
2004, 2012. How many years apart is that?
I'm leaving it up to you. I'm done
That's
doing
8.
Let me get my calculator
That's
out.
8. What's 2020 minus 12?
I'll give you that one. Well, she's on target.
8 years apart. Could she do it?
But wait a minute. We aren't even counting this year.
Are we not counting?
2020 doesn't even count. We don't even recognize that year anymore.
We're not bowling for anything,
But
guys.
you have found that. You found it. That's good.
Just wanted
I tried to mess it up for you,
just
but
wanted
you know,
to throw
you,
that
you,
out
you
there.
stuck to it. I tried to get you out of that.
I know. Just wanted to throw it out there. This would make
Well, I think the big story
8
obviously
years apart in 3.
is Teresa Smith-Dill. I mean, you get a 2-time champion like that, you give her room, and she just takes it away.
She beats Annalise Sisk.
Now, I can't think of too many people that shoot 158 and win the first game of a Masters and still comes out and is still in it to the end here.
She was the cut.
Yeah, right, and the cut. Yeah, add that to that.
She was the 16th
That's a great
seed.
story.
Now, the interesting thing, and I'm just throwing this out there.
Don't give me numbers. That's all
I know.
I'm
I'm not.
asking.
It's no math. What happens if Teresa Smith-Dill is in the finals and then Shelby New walks her way in? That would be interesting.
And it's a definite possibility.
And I'm not even going to worry, Jeff. There's no left-handers left, so I don't have to talk about left-handers except for us in the booth.
Well, you keep trying to bring up ties, so I think you're ready to.
Oh, my goodness. That's going to complete the round.
We have 2 left in the winner's bracket. They have a bye this round.
I thought they were going to have.
Samantha New and
We're going to eliminate 2 more. We'll be down to 4.
we have 4 left in the elimination bracket. And if they would report to their starting lanes.
Woohoo.
That is
So-
Annalise Sisk, Faith Hill, Faith Hall,
I made that mistake multiple times, Jeff.
Michelle Irwin,
He called her Faith Hill, too.
and Shelby New.
All right, Shelby New and Faith Hall. Are they going head-to-head in this round? Let's find out. Is Shelby staying down here? Oh, wow, I mean, she's lived her whole life
Yeah.
in between lanes 3 and
Yeah.
10. So Shelby New is on lane 3, is that right?
There's a lot of talent left.
Oh, my goodness. Annalise Sisk, Shelby New, Faith Hall, Michelle Irwin are your 4 contestants or bowlers that are in the loser's bracket. Teresa Smith-Dill and Samantha New. One of those two, Teresa Smith-Dill, could be in the championship after looking completely dead in her
yeah.
opening match against Shelby
Exactly.
New.
Yeah,
How
it's
how
quite
about
the story
that?
so far, I'll tell you.
Unbelievable.
But, you know, the first match was kind of given to her, but she's performed in the 10th last few to keep going.
And
so.
how interesting would that have been if Annalise Sisk would have beat Teresa Smith-Dill? Look who she would have been bowling. Shelby New.
Well,
so-
this is a tough match here
Yes, absolutely.
between Annalie and Shelby.
So we got Faith Hall against Michelle Irwin. Now, can Michelle calm down after the front 10? Sometimes you get that adrenaline up, and it can.
Well, I think your match between Annalie and Shelby, I mean, we're kind of looking at the future for a while here in Indiana.
Oh, Michelle
Great
Irwin
start, trip 4.
picks up right where she left off in the previous round with the strike.
Well, don't forget, this is where Shelby shot 157 first game. So
you wonder if she's thinking about that at all.
I mean, it has to be in your mind. I mean, it has to be. But she's figured things out here since then. So
you got to figure out of all pairs, this is the one she didn't want to go to.
She's going to stick to that ball that goes a little bit longer, which I think is a pretty good call.
Now Shelby, first shot on lane 4 after Annalise starts off the match with a strike on lane 3.
Good break.
Well, and that's not the ball reaction you're probably wanting to see on.
It looked like it's pretty good speed on that one, too. I mean, she might have got a little right, but we're a little bit to the different angle here, so I can't see exactly. But main thing is she broke it down to get a makeable spare, and just that's probably as important as anything is get something to get a mark out.
At least you don't have the 8-10 with it.
Yeah.
Just the 2. And she makes it. The Michelle Irwin-Faith Hall match could be a great one, too. You know, as a bowler, too, is you don't want to look too far ahead and realize, God, there's not that many players left.
Yeah, I wouldn't look any farther
Right,
than the next frame. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
but it's so easy to look ahead and think, man, I only need to win 2 matches to get in the championship or whatever.
Yeah,
it
really is, because you look too far. You look far ahead at all, and for me, it was always like next shot was errant. So then I realized real quick I better just pay attention.
Great shot there
good
from
comeback.
Shelby.
Yeah.
Annalise Sisk, though, with the strike to start her match off, looking to double. I like the fact, too, Annalise, her mom and dad and brother are sitting off to our right, down behind 9 and 10. She's walking way over here. You're not really watching what your opponent's doing.
She's consistent every time. I mean, it's kind of like a pre-shot routine. She's staying with what she's been doing the whole time. So, I don't disagree with being consistent with that. And
that's the
keep yourself comfortable.
Right. That's the one thing nice to have fans or somebody with you, because you can kind of keep your mind off bowling. She leaves a 2-pin herself. So far, both players have struck on the left lane and failed to strike on the right. Now over here, Michelle Irwin with the 2-pin. She's ready to shoot it before it even sets it. Michelle's a very quick player.
Yeah.
There is not a lot of pre-shot thought going in hers. She's picking up her ball and she's going. Oh, wow, and she missed the 2-pin.
Well, I mean, you've seen that, missing the 2-pin. It's kind of, Shelby had the same issue. The ball went a little longer on that lane. Good comeback by Michelle there.
You just, we say it time and time again. You just don't want to, that just allows your opponent to relax a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to give any help. You want to keep your foot pressed to the pedal, and you want to keep trying to get your fill frames and make them throw shots to beat you, not you handing things to them. So
now here's Faith Hall in the right lane, lane 12. Oh, stone 8.
Gosh, solid 8.
And then Annalise comes right back with a strike. And that was on a strike for Faith Hall, too. That would have been a nice double early to give herself a lead against Michelle Irwin. Now we're going to stay right here with Shelby New, the hometown hero per se. This is where she bowls league each week.
But totally different conditions, not what she's used to here.
Oh, stone 9-pin.
It's a good adjustment off that 2-pin leave, and then you get penalized instead of making the shot and getting what you deserve.
But you have to think, okay, that was a great shot, right? You came back and you saw what you wanted to see. The ball hit high flush. It's just a bad break, but you're locked in on both lanes now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's important for her, especially after what she bowled in this game last time.
157. Yeah, absolutely. You're right, Mike. She's got to like what she sees already. Much more than she did when she started the finals out against Teresa. Some of these lanes, you got to figure that
Beautiful shot by Michelle.
that when will fatigue start to set in here? This is a lot of games for these ladies.
It's a lot of game, but I think the adrenaline is flowing, so I think that'll get the push through. Especially there's only a few left. I mean, the important part is mentally keeping yourself at the same level. You don't want to get too keyed up. You get too keyed up, then all of a sudden it changes your release point, your hook point. All those things happen when you start getting too much adrenaline.
Now if you're tough break there, solid 10 pin
good
from
shot.
Michelle. Now if you're Annalise Sisk, okay, you know, you got to feel a little bit better that Shelby wasn't able to double there. Now she strikes a double, throws a double herself. She's really right back in the match.
And she did that a game or two ago. She had that, double, spare, double, and then threw it in the gutter and came back and spared that. So her mental games is tip-top right now.
And how big was that gutter, though, on the pin count?
Yeah. But she lived through it.
She would have knocked Teresa out.
Yeah.
Or into the loser's bracket. And
that lane just wants to scoot a little too far down the lane. But, even though it cost her, but she still come back and made the spare. I mean, she still was right back in it. And that's the thing. I mean, she has that mental game that just nothing seems to phase her. So.
Well, Michelle Irwin with 100 in the fifth. I'm not sure what Faith Hall has. Let's see what her total is. If she spares, she'll have 100 in the fifth. So it looks like we got. Looks like we might have a tie match. Losers bracket round, and a good cover there from Annalee. Don't want to make two mistakes. Oh, and she chopped the spare. Oh my.
Yeah, it's going to put her down 20.
108 now in the sixth. She's down 12. And
good comeback.
Comes right back with the strike. Now Annalee on the left lane. Fifth frame. Nice shot there with the high flush strike. But she's still.
Yeah, got to figure something out on that right lane. Yeah.
Still down 12, and Shelby New can make it 22 with the strike here in the fifth frame. Shows you too the pace of play on the Irwin Hall match compared to the New and Sisk match. Michelle's a very quick player, and they're already 2 to 3 frames ahead of Sisk and New.
Great shot.
Man, Shelby throws it so well.
I mean, the spare miss by Annalee was big in this match, but the bigger thing is that Shelby New has been able to make the adjustment on the right lane and has been hit, even though she left a solid 9, she's been able to get back in there and get that double.
And big spare there for Michelle Irwin, converts the washout. So
keeps
now,
her lead up,
Yep,
keeps her lead up.
16 pin lead, it looks like. Now a 32 pin lead here if Shelby can strike in the sixth.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow, that ball is really working.
Yeah. It's really hard to believe that she shot 157 on that pair, but things have obviously stabilized on that pair, and I think probably some nerves coming out of that first game, being the leader.
Yeah, and she could easily have a 5-bagger.
Yeah.
Stone 9 pin. Here's really the shot of the match for Annalee. She's got to
get lined up on this lane. Great shot.
Double there for Faith Hall. Got a great match over there too as well. Just a 6-pin difference now. She could take a 4-pin lead with the strike.
Just not coming up on that lane.
Unable to make the adjustment on the right lane. You'd like to see her just move those feet, maybe a board or two right.
Ball's just pushing just a couple feet too far down the lane for it's reading it.
Oh, and a 4-9 for Faith Hall. Oh, what a bad break.
Well, those are rally killers right there. My goodness.
After you get back in the match.
Yeah. But a spare, she's still got time. As we've seen, nothing's a given yet today, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Right, and the 9th frame is the worst timing.
Yeah.
Open frame for Faith in the 9th. She's going to have 164. Best she could do is 194. Now, the interesting thing, though, Mike, is Michelle Irwin's on a 194 pace. Or excuse me, 204 pace.
Yeah.
So Faith's gonna have some help from Michelle. Well, there's one. Luckily for her, that's on a strike. No harm done on the pin count. 3-6-10, tough spare. Must strike here for Anna Lee. She's struck every time on that lane. She's got to make a big move on the right lane. Now Michelle Irwin. 3-6-10 conversion here.
Nice job.
Nice cover. If you're seeing a little, Samantha, Faith, Michelle, Shelby, Anna Lee, or I shouldn't say Anna Lee, but those girls are pretty straight. Anna Lee's the only one that's probably shaping the ball a little bit more. But it's interesting that the straighter, the more direct players seem to be having a little more luck. And Michelle Irwin with a ripped 7-pin. Unfortunate break for her, but she just got to fill frames right now. But if she strikes, she's got a spare here. Make this spare, and Michelle Irwin advances to the next round. Anything less will give Faith Hall a chance to win the match. And that's a winner for Michelle. She'll advance. How big was that 4-9 for Faith? Oh. Whew. 4-9 stood for a second. 4-pin falls late, leaving just the 9.
Oh gosh.
It's no pressure. Now, Mike and I are wanting to know, how many lives have you used up if you were a cat?
At least 8.5. At least 8.5. Yeah.
We're with Teresa Smith-Dill, and you're one match away from bowling for another championship. But take us through that match with Shelby New. I mean, we were watching it, and neither one of you wanted to win the game, but you ended up winning.
Yeah, we really didn't. Neither one of us were comfortable. I mean, it was really awkward. My feet, I couldn't get them underneath me. She kept tugging everything. So, she looked at me. She's like, should I change balls? And I'm like, you do what you think you need to do. And she did. She threw a couple good shots, and unfortunately, the 10th frame didn't work out so well. So. Well,
now, you find yourself in the winners bracket final. And every time you've just kind of found yourself like, okay, I got to perform in the 10th and I'm going to win, and you've done it every single time.
I like to make it hard on myself. That's all. I just like to work hard.
Well, you made great shots doing it. I mean, I'll tell you, wonderful shots. When you had the opportunity to finish it off.
Trying.
Good luck the rest of the way. Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
So what's your game plan quickly before we let you get way into your next round here as we're waiting for this round to conclude? What's your game plan as you move pairs? Do you have a particular strategy in play? You're going to just kind of stick with what you've done so far?
I think I'm just going to stick with what I've been doing. I'd like to get a little bit started sooner, but just make good shots. I just try to repeat good shots, that's all.
Now, a little birdie told me you were on lanes 5 and 6, and you won your match, and you had a fill ball. A little birdie told me, hey, I'd like to see her make a ball change here and see what happens, and you didn't. I'm just going to let you know that this guy right here said that.
That's what you said.
You know what? Yeah, I'm not keen on making ball changes. I'm stubborn. I'm so stubborn. So that's a woman thing.
It's working so far.
Yeah,
so do what you do.
So.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't change a thing.
All right. Best of luck, Teresa.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Teresa Smith-Dill, she finds herself in the finals of the winners bracket. She's one game away from bowling for a third championship here at the Queens. And we also stated, I didn't want to tell her that both her wins came 8 years apart.
Yeah.
And this is 8 years from her last championship in 2012. I didn't want to say that because I'm not going to do that. I didn't do the announcer's jinx. I'm just
we got a good match over here on 3 and 4. Anna Lee figured out that right lane. Now 3 in a row, can shoot 228 if she finishes. So
chance for a tie right here.
Forcing Shelby to bowl well here in the 10th to lock her out. It's a big one.
Oh, and it touches the 10 but doesn't knock it over. And that
so with a spare strike, she can lose by 1 if 3 strikes in the 10th by Anna Lee. So what a match.
Anna Lee is alive. But now can you slow the heart rate down, slow the mind down?
Well, either way, we're going to lose a top contender here in this match. Good job on the spare. Yep, good job on the spare.
You know, even though it's a single pin spare, the 10 pin in that situation is not the easiest to shoot at, is it?
It is not. Yeah, I mean, without that spare, I mean, you've definitely increased your opponent's odds.
Important here to get all 10 in the 10th. This would force Anna Lee to get all 3 in the 10th to win. And she does it.
She does it, yeah. That was one solid game by Shelby New there. Every shot was just dead solid.
Clean 227. And you know, you don't ever want to go back and think, and obviously you hope Anna Lee doesn't, but man, that missed the 2-pin.
That hurts. I mean,
absolutely.
But now she's on that right lane again, so she's only struck, I believe, 1 time on the right lane. So this is the one that she needs to start.
She needs the first. She needs all 3, but you can't get the second or third without the first one.
Yeah.
Michelle Irwin defeated Faith Hall. .202 to 173. Now Annalee Sisk, 10th frame, needs this strike. That's got a hook.
Yeah.
She doesn't get it.
Yeah.
210. She missed right. That looked, but I know she kind of straightened up a little bit more. But
yeah, so I tried a little speed change maybe and just didn't quite catch it at the bottom, and it just wanted to shoot a little bit quicker to the right.
Well, Shelby News used a few lives today too as well, but she finds herself moving on to the next round, and we're going to be down to 4 bowlers left, Mike. Just 4 remain. We're going to have 2 in the losers bracket, 2 in the winners bracket. Still a great weekend for Annalee Sisk from Lafayette, and she loses 227 to 194 to Shelby New. And
well, I said that was a pair with 2 great players on it right there. I mean, a very good match, and come down to the 10th frame.
Going to be another great match here with Teresa Smith-Dill and Samantha New on 7 and 8. Not sure where. Was it on 11 and 12?
Samantha New. And the final round in the elimination bracket will be Shelby New against Michelle Irwin. The bowlers will report to your starting lane.
That should be a great match too. Both bowlers are red hot.
Yeah. Well, you know, to win the winners bracket, there's nothing like having that, knowing you got to get beat twice after this match.
Well, the 2-score composite for both players, both Shelby and Michelle, are in the 490s for 2 games. So both players are
lined
bowling
up, ready
well,
to go. Yeah.
And both play pretty much the same part of the lane. Nice thing is we're going to have a camera right behind it. Look, Michelle's ready to go.
Yeah, she's not wasting any time.
And
Good start.
Starts off with a strike on 13 and 14.
Yeah, sends that message quick.
Now Teresa Smith-Dill, winners bracket final. Oh, and it does. Winner advances to the championship match. And the advantage, too, for these 2 women are the fact that if you win, whoever you compete against has to beat you twice.
Yeah.
So what a huge advantage that is. And the other thing, too, is Shelby coming off kind of a stressful game against Annalee. Does that take a little bit out of you, too, as well?
Yeah, I think she took a deep breath, but, boy, you can't let up against anybody left in this field. I mean, you don't want to give up, for sure, anything.
I'll be honest with you. I like I mean, Teresa Smith-Dill is two-time winner of this event. She's a savvy veteran, but I do like the line that Samantha New is playing.
Well, all she's done is made good shots all day. I mean, she's been right around the pocket. She's thrown strikes when she's needed to, and here she is, bowling for the lead.
Shelby New went 9 spare and now leaves the 6-10. And now Samantha New, second frame. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's got an entry angle in the pocket that just seems to strike, and plus she's throwing it good. I mean, throwing it crisp, good shots.
Really coming off the side of the ball, too, so it's giving that ball a little bit of spin, which allows it to get some length.
Push a little longer, yeah.
Yeah. Because she's throwing something a lot more aggressive than what Teresa is.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's holding like that, but it is.
Now Teresa's a little straighter, too. Ooh. I tell you, Michelle Irwin leaves a 7-pin. I would not be surprised to see her win this championship.
Yeah, she just wins. I mean, gets the match, and it's just head-to-head match. And
she's another one that puts just enough rotation on the ball to get it to do something down lane, but she's playing nice and direct.
Good spare by Teresa. Good spare.
You just kind of wonder Shelby's had some, outside of one game, has had some stressful matches. That can take a toll on you after a while.
Yeah, I mean, but it also hardens you a little bit as well, that knowing that you can perform when you need to. So, but I think that Shelby just needs to get her head back down in there and make some good shots and send the message to her opponent that she's there.
Oh, Teresa Smith-Dill now with the strike in the third.
Yeah, Teresa's just got to worry that Samantha's not going to run off and leave her. She started out with a double and making good shots all the way. And Michelle just continues to hit the pocket.
Chad moving the camera around, let you see the score too as well in this match. Third frame for Samantha. Oh, wow.
Beauty.
She's
Beautiful
thrown
shot.
3 absolutely perfect shots. Now you can see the score a little bit here with the Shelby New Michelle Irwin match. She rips the rack there.
Great shot. Yeah, she had some speed on that shot. She threw that great, Shelby.
4 bowlers remain. 2 in the winner's bracket, 2 in the loser's bracket. We're just 3 matches. Essentially, we're 3 matches away, 2 matches away from finding out the final. This round and the next round, and then we'll have the final 2. So we're not far away from the conclusion of the 2020 Indiana State Queens. Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee in the booth here with you. Chad Lester, our producer. I want to thank the sponsors, Mike Albee's Arrowhead Bowl in Lafayette, Big 4 Sox, Pinheads Bowling Center in Fishers, and Motive Bowling, along with the Anderson-Madison County Visitors Bureau. I want to thank those sponsors. Without them, this broadcast here on Savage Bowling TV would not be possible. And we want to thank all of you watching this afternoon on your computers, your smartphones, and also your tablets, and who knows, maybe that big screen TV sitting in your living room. But we want to thank you for joining us and watching what's been an absolutely fantastic 2020 Indiana State Queens.
Great shots all day, good scores, good matches. It's been a great day so far.
And we got a good one going here on 7 and 8. And a great one going on down on 13 and 14. Yeah.
Nice adjustment by Teresa there, yeah.
And she's not going away. That right there told Samantha that,
you better keep throwing them, yeah.
This old veteran ain't going anywhere. Yep. Michelle Irwin with another strike. She's got a 3-bagger right after Shelby New doubled. Just about a 10 or 11 pin match down on 13 and 14. Advantage Michelle. Oh, she rips the rack.
Yeah, great shot.
Oh, wow. Man, she
Yeah,
has
we're seeing
thrown.
some strikes in this one, I'll tell you.
I mean, that is 5, Mike, that have been high flush.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I see it off her hand, and I think it's left. But the ball's just
She's
sitting
got-
right
yeah,
there at
it's-
the head pin.
mhm. Yeah, she's playing into her strength, which, I mean, but the ball's just got that entry angle. We don't see solid 9s, ringing 7. I mean, just, 10 in the pit.
Absolutely. Now Shelby New looking to take the lead in her match. Down 12, can take an 8-pin lead with a strike here in the 6th frame. I'm going to say that looked right. 3-6-10. Oh, and she trips the 4. Front 6 start.
Well, just back to trip those 4s, slap those 10s. I mean, shows you're loose with the swing.
I almost pulled out the 60 feet to success there with, but I'm not going to steal a line from. Now Teresa
More speed,
Smith-Dill. That's
Too much
way
speed,
right.
yeah.
Oh, and the rail. Oh, fortunate for Michelle Irwin, the 5-pin fell late.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like had a good opportunity to just mix them all out of there, and then that 5 and 7 were pesky there.
Well, right after Shelby New made the spare. Now a big shot here.
Oh, good
fortunate
break.
there to
Yeah,
make
good
all
break.
those. Now Michelle Irwin for the 7-pin. Oh, and she misses it. Oh, not what you want to do. Now we pretty much have almost an even match down there. Looks like that Shelby could take maybe a lead here. I can't quite see it. It's just a little bit farther down.
I think you're right. Yeah, it's out of my eyesight too. I can't see. That's inside.
5-pin. Ooh, fortunate there to leave just the 4-pin. You know what happens when you open like that? Then you kind of squeeze the next one, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough not to have it on the back of your mind that what's just happened. So you just got a deep breath and reload. But yeah, that one just didn't quite react like she wanted to. But easy spare with the 4-pin. Good shot there.
It's easier said than done coming from one of the top 10 players in the history of bowling, isn't it, Mike? I mean, you think of it.
No, I get caught up in watching. I mean, it's just you know the scenarios, you know what you want to do, and it's a lot of fun to be here. I appreciate the opportunity.
Now Shelby New with a little bit of an opening here. Can she take advantage of it?
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Just quickly, what's it like to be regarded as one of the top 10 players in the history of the game? I mean, what does that make you think?
It's never a thought for me. I mean, it was one of those things where I just enjoyed. Wow, there's 7 in a row. It's one of those things where I just went out and tried to do the best I could. Enjoyed winning trophies. The money was an afterthought. I mean, it was all about being able to be competitive. My original goal was go out there and make enough money to stay out as long as I could. So for me, it's just I'm humbled that I'm able to be in this sport and do what I do, and have been able to do what I've done, and I just truly enjoy being part of it.
Now Shelby New here with a big shot. She can double up here and
That's
take
a big one.
a lead. Oh,
Great
and she
shots.
does.
Yeah, great
And
shots.
she takes full advantage of the Michelle Irwin
She has
mistake.
turned the corner from that 150, 58, 57 game, the first one. She has rallied from that.
Well, you're almost thinking that you're going to have to shoot 230 or better to beat her.
Yeah.
Oh!
I didn't think it was possible. I mean, wow, what a shot.
Nice run from Samantha New. And, here we are. She's in the final match of the winner's bracket, and it doesn't even seem like it's a big deal for her. I mean,
Yeah,
amazing.
She's got a great mental attitude, just even keel. Nothing seems to bother her. Just goes about making good shots. And like I said, she's had some tough matches and made good shots in the 10th. And, yeah, she just kind of keeps going and everybody's got to match up to her.
You know, as we're going to pretty much. Oh, an open frame from Michelle Irwin. Oh, and she missed it. Not what you want to do.
She's in the 240 range, but
Teresa
Dill Smith has 240s left.
Right. She's got a strike right here.
Yeah.
You got to figure worst case scenario. Samantha's in the 220s. Worst case scenario.
Yeah, worst case. Yeah.
Ooh,
That was a good shot.
That hurts.
That was a good shot.
I'm just throwing this out there. But we're on a crash course with Shelby New and a Teresa Smith-Dill rematch.
Yeah, I don't know how you take that. You know, if you're Shelby, I mean, it's an opportunity to make up for what happened in the first one, but for Teresa Dill Smith, it's an opportunity to, accent that I'm still a two-time champion and I'm going to keep going. Yeah.
Well,
we're a little ahead of ourselves, but
we're a little ahead.
A little bit,
We're
just a little.
We're just, we're just putting it out there.
Because it's still some opportunities to flip-flop around here, but that's the way it's definitely leaning.
Well, Michelle Irwin, the best she could do is 201, it looks like, or 203, one of those two. But a small 200 game. Shelby, I think with a strike or a spare, would be in at least the two teens. So, working on a double. Yep, I think that's going to win the match for her. She just needs a solid first ball on the 10th frame. And we are on a collision course with a rematch in the loser's bracket between Teresa Smith-Dill and Shelby New. It's amazing how certain things come full circle.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought, a couple hours ago that this is where we'd be at. It'll be interesting, too, to see, Samantha comes back after missing a single pin. I mean, it really didn't cost her anything yet, but let's see how she comes back with this next shot.
And you have to think, Mike, that Shelby's got the advantage going into that match. Just by the way the two players are bowling right now, even though Teresa's bowling well, but Shelby's bowling.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. But I just a slight bit. It's just Teresa Dill Smith just continues to be close. Always she's not far away from breaking loose on that 220 or 230, which is
she still has 220 here.
Yeah.
It's not a given. Now, if Samantha makes the spare, the match is pretty much over. But you want to make the spare. You don't want to give
you want to be able to
two-time champion any.
Give your opportunity a chance to throw some shots in the 10th too to keep your momentum going.
Good spare there from Shelby. She'll advance to the final of the losers bracket, and she's been in the losers bracket since after the first match.
Yeah.
So she has just scraped and clawed her way.
She has worked her tail off today for sure.
But I tell you, a great tournament for Michelle Irwin, though. A great tournament.
Yeah, I mean, front 10, a lot of things happened today good.
But
nice shot. Good finish.
Samantha New here needs just a solid pin count on the first ball, and she will advance to the championship match. And that will be enough. That puts her at 223.
And now she'll get to sit out.
And I tell you, a great game, though, from Teresa.
Yeah.
Right now she's got a clean game going through 9. And the thing for her, she's not out.
No.
She's still got another match under her belt, and she's got a chance still to have a rematch with Samantha. If she does, the next time she's got to beat Samantha twice. Samantha New in the finals. Oh, great shot there from Teresa, leaves the 7-pin. Solid game, though. She's going to be in the 200s. I'll be honest with you. Coming in, I'm thinking, man, if I can shoot 210 or better, I like my chances.
Yeah, I mean, the bowlers that are left are lined up really well. Even moving pairs without practice. I mean, it's been fun to watch.
All right, Samantha New finds herself, and think about this, Mike, just a few matches ago, she had to strike out in the 10th frame to beat Faith Hall.
Win, yeah.
And she threw the last 6 or 7 to do that.
She's performed very well and under pressure. So, yeah, I mean, and that's why she's a leader. She's been able to do that. So,
well, she's undefeated. And in the championship match, now Teresa Smith-Dill finds herself in the loser's bracket against Shelby New. Well, the next round will be on 3 and 4, or excuse me, 5 and 6. So Shelby has lived a lot of her tournament life down here on this end of the house. They started the tournament on 3 and 4, and they find themselves in the finals of the losers bracket on 5 and 6. Yeah. Unbelievable. Again, thank you for watching the 2020 Indiana State Queens Championship here from Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana. Scott Gilmore and Mike Albee here with you in the broadcast booth. We're just one match away from finding out who's going to bowl for the 2020 championship. Want to thank our sponsors, Motive Bowling, Pinheads Bowling Center in Fishers, Indiana. Big Four Sox, Mike Albee's Arrowhead Bowl from Lafayette, and also Anderson-Madison County Visitors Bureau. I want to thank those sponsors for making this tournament possible, and we hope you are enjoying today's broadcast of the 2020 Indiana State Queens here on Savage Bowling TV. And now we find ourselves in the losers bracket final. The winner will go on to face Samantha New for the championship. And how about this? We have our first round rematch between Teresa Smith-Dill and Shelby New. And I'm telling you right now, 158 ain't winning this game.
Nope, I agree. No chance.
I'm going to go out on a limb. What do you think about that limb?
I think it's a strong limb.
That limb's
a
big. Big.
I think you're a strong limb.
About a 4-foot diameter limb.
Yeah, and I don't think you have any concerns with that one at all.
I'm a guy that likes to take chances, Mike. Risk is my middle name.
Yeah, that's a good risk. Wow.
And Teresa starts out with a strike.
That ball had a good look. I mean, it wanted to break a little sooner and hit hard. And
I always felt like when I got into this position. Now, I've been fortunate enough. I've bowled for the Indiana State Masters Championship 4 times and haven't won it. I finished second 4 times, but I always wanted to get out. I always thought, man, if I could throw first 4 or 5 strikes in a row and really
just put the
pressure on them, I like my chances. Obviously, who wouldn't like their chances starting out with front 4, but because I always felt like if I started out a little soft, then I'm constantly in battle mode.
You don't want to play catch up. Yeah, you don't want to play catch up. But you don't want to get yourself caught into thinking you need that, because when you aren't able to do it sometimes, then you put yourself behind it a little bit. Good spare. Good start.
Okay, Chad's panned out here a little bit. Give you a look of the score on 5 and 6.
A little late leaving the 10 on lane 3 for Shelby.
All right. Spare conversion there for Shelby.
Here's a big shot. Second frame, and it's a big shot. See what angle Teresa Dill-Smith gets on this right lane, especially working on a strike.
We talked about that fast start. This would get her on that way.
More speed. Direct. More direct.
Oh, great shot.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Nice little crowd of people here behind 5 and 6. A lot of those fans of both Teresa and Shelby. Teresa just about 30 minutes down the interstate here on 69. She's from Indianapolis. Matter of fact, her father used to own All-Star
Yes.
Bowl. And comes in light, leaving the 2.45, and we hope he's doing well. And
Yeah, they've done a great job for years with youth bowling and junior gold and clinics, and just done a wonderful job there on the east side of Indy.
well, and he's been a big proponent of youth play, and he's taken a couple bowlers. Jalen Mosley is one that's he's kind of taken under his wings there, and Jalen's a very successful young player, and absolutely. And he was always one, he knew the youth was the life of the industry.
Yeah, I mean, it continues to build. You know, the need that pyramid. You have to, the bottom has to be wider than the top for sure to build your programs.
Yeah, and you kind of wonder what the sport is going to be like in 15, 20 years from when those core guys that grew up bowling competitively in the 70s and 80s are now, who are in their 60s now, 10 or 15 years from now when they start falling off the sport.
Yeah.
How strong is the industry?
Well, I mean, I think, with the new PBA and a lot more TV shows, a lot more, hopefully that will help. The PWBA coming back around again, so that will help the ladies' side of it. You would hope well.
And speaking of the PWBA, that would be a nice thing for like Shelby and Anna Lee, the young players here.
Great shot.
You got to figure Shelby could compete out there on that PWBA tour.
Yeah, I mean, she obviously has the physical game and she has the mental game. The way she's able to rebound from that 157, the first game, and a tough loss. And here she is again to have a shot to maybe get to the title match.
Yeah, she just took a 2-pin lead in this match.
2 great shots.
And now Teresa Smith-Dill here, 4th frame, right lane, working on a spare. Oh, I thought the 8-pin was standing there.
Yeah.
Slid straight back.
A little more ball speed by Teresa Dill Smith, it looks like, but that ball set up perfectly right in the pocket.
Well, now she can turn around and take an 8-pin lead here with the strike.
Good speed. Wow, beautiful shot.
High flush.
Yeah, good shot.
They've already got the first match beat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, the lanes were a little tighter to start this.
Yeah, a little unpredictable. Yeah, for sure.
Now you got probably 3 or 4 games or more, probably more like 8 or 9,
and they've
10
got more
games,
so they're a little more aware of what the lanes are doing.
And they've made their adjustments. Now, trailing by 8, she can take a 2-pin lead here with the strike.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh, I thought she might break that down, yeah. But
2-8. And that's one thing, with her ball speed and roll, she's not going to get that huge recovery where Teresa's just a little bit softer, has a little more higher track. The ball flips a little bit more.
That was one shot to the right, just a little bit, and it just doesn't have. She's got more ball speed, so it's just like you said, it's not going to make that recovery.
That needs to hook, and it does.
Yeah, she's got some power in the back end, so that's a good shot, good spare.
Good cover there. She's got 87 in the 4th, a 10-pin lead now for Teresa Smith-Dill. And now Shelby just needs to get back on the strike train here in the 6th frame. Lane 5. Final match of the loser's bracket. Winner advances to the title match.
Left. Yep.
Fortunate to leave just the 6-10.
Yeah, that was a case where you're just trying to fit that one a little bit.
She missed a little right.
Just
She
kind
missed,
of overcorrection.
She wasn't going to do that on the left lane.
Exactly. Here, just kind of take a deep breath. Okay, just get my spare, and we'll move on to the next one. We'll make better shots from here on out.
Well, last time she was on this pair, she went front 7 or 8 against Kimberly Woodall.
That's correct. That's right.
You know, coming in, she had good vibes about this
Yes.
pair, right? I think she still has that same ball reaction. She just has to make good shots. And now Teresa with a chance to increase her lead. That looked left.
It's in, yeah.
Fortunate to leave just the 3-pin. That had a split written all over it.
Yeah, it was just left right off her hand. Almost like she's trying to keep her speed up, but wanted to get around that one a little too early. So it broke loose a little too quick.
She could have gone up by 22 there.
Yeah.
With a spare, now she's up 11. 11-pin match. Both players are clean.
Boy, that was a nice one there.
Yeah,
That was a
ball
good shot
sat
there.
right up.
Yeah, that was a nice shot there.
Oh, strike in the 7th frame, 136. A big shot here for Shelby New.
Yeah, she needs to send the message she's still in this one and let her know she's lined up. And
I don't think any adjustment needs to be made. She
no,
just needs to
I
hit her
agree.
mark,
I agree.
right?
Much better.
That's right over 12.
Oh,
That half pocket hit.
yeah, it was a good shot. I mean, I thought it was a good shot. Maybe a little firm, but just didn't quite get that break where that 6-pin wants to hit that 10. But once again, you can't let your spare get away from you.
Yeah, if that would have been probably a board and a half or a board to the right, that's a light mixer, and that might carry.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how you just missed by a little bit and it's better than it was what you threw.
Good cover.
Yep, good spare.
All right, 124 in the 6th. She's down 12. Teresa Smith still working on a strike in the 7th. Shelby with a spare. And Chad back in the booth after doing some work down there. Big shot here in the 8th frame. Looks good off the hand. Oh,
Yeah,
great
there you
shot.
go. Yeah, that one just picked up a roll just a hair earlier. They got that 6-pin and knocked that 10. Yeah, you could just read that and see it. It was a great shot.
This could be the shot of the tournament for Teresa.
Well, she controls her own destiny no matter what happens here, but she needs to, keep the heat on, I think.
Take a 22-pin lead here with a strike in the 8th.
It's a good shot.
Oh, great pitch.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Good ball speed and got that ball in the right part of the lane for her to just that ball to flush up. Well, they're both in a crucial 9th frame, so
Ninth frame, working on a double left lane.
oh my, good shot.
Light pocket. I
Yeah.
thought for sure that was
Yeah, she threw a really good shot there.
gonna carry. Now she gives a little bit of hope, a little bit of life for Shelby there.
But with the spare, she cannot be locked out.
That's right. Based on Teresa's game, I'm going to say she's going to double in the 10th because she's gone double, spare, double, spare, double, spare. Now.
But if Shelby strikes out, she's going to need 3.
Right. Well, and this is the match for Shelby.
It is. Yeah.
Can she perform once again? in the 9th and 10th frame.
Wow, what a shot.
Great shot.
There was nothing left in the bag on that one. That was a great shot.
I absolutely love just the no expression.
Yeah.
She knows that that's
Yep.
not the important one.
Yep.
They're all important,
Yeah,
but it's not.
It's hard not to get yourself over pumped and over keyed up because it changes your release point. So you got to be very careful. But that was one heck of a shot.
Now, 10th frame here. She can take the lead with the first strike here in the 10th. However, she cannot shut out Teresa Smith-Dill.
Nice
Oh,
ball.
what a shot.
Nice ball.
Oh my goodness, the onions that these players have. It's ice in the veins.
Yeah, great shot.
But she knows there's more work to be
Yeah,
done
yeah,
here.
yeah.
No expression. Trying to keep everything level here. Well, right now, this one would force Teresa to get the first one in the 10th. And possibly the first two. That looked left. Oh, and it
my.
held high flush. Wow.
You know, I mean, that's in, but that's part of the release in the hand, the speed, the direction you were going. I mean, that was good. That was a great shot. Even though it was a little bit different look than what she had done before, that you're in the right position with what you're doing. You stay behind it. You don't overhit it. Perfect.
We have to be a little bit quiet, too. We're directly behind the players.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So we can't get too excited
This
ourselves.
is a huge shot here.
Absolutely. This would force Teresa to get a double or three to win. Important shot here. Oh, it's good off her hand. Oh,
my.
all right. Double 9 will win now for Teresa, but great finish from Shelby New. Wow. That is some moxie there. Now
was
the
one.
two-time champion, can she step up again
Yeah, that was a great finish by Shelby.
and perform in the 10th frame herself? Must strike on this ball. That's right. Oh, and she leaves a flat 10, and Shelby New advances to the championship match to take on Samantha New. I'm going to find out. That's a good question, Chad. They might be sisters. We'll have to find that out.
And Teresa Dill Smith, what a tournament. I mean, she bowled great. I mean, opportunities to win. She took advantage of it and won. You know, great shot in the 10th frame, leads to 10 pin, but nothing to be disappointed about here. I mean, great shots. Great shots.
What a tournament for Teresa Smith-Dill.
There's the one she wanted. Good job.
Oh, what a match. We have sisters taking on one another, Mike, in the championship match.
Is that what it is?
Well, we're down to the final two. We're gonna
My,
have
oh my.
Sister new bridge match on 9 and 10. We have Sammy New, who is the survivor of the winner's bracket. Just in the way our format is, she will start the match on lane 9. If she loses to her sister, then they get to bowl again to see who wins. The winner of the tournament also receives an entry into the National Queens Tournament.
Wow. That's
We're
a
gonna-
nice.
Hello, everyone. Scott Gilmore and Mike Albee here in the broadcast booth for the 2020 Indiana State Queens Championship, and we've got quite the development here for our championship match. Sister versus sister. Samantha New will take on Shelby New. Samantha with the advantage, Mike, here, being undefeated. Shelby's going to have to beat her twice.
Yeah, Samantha's made great shots all day. She's had to perform in a 10th frame. She's done that, and she's the leader. Her sister has done the same thing as well, and she came back from that 157 disastrous game that put her in a loser's bracket. But, boy, she has earned her way back with this opportunity.
Well, Shelby has been in a dogfight all afternoon, but she has performed quite well. But don't sell her sister, Samantha, short.
Not at all. She's, like I said, she's performed when she's had to. She would not be the leader otherwise, and she's got to get beat twice. So you go out as the leader, and you take it.
Well, we're just a few minutes away from crowning our champion here at the 2020 Indiana State Queens, and it should be one of the more exciting matches we've seen here in recent memory. Still a great tournament, Mike, for
What
Teresa
great bowling all
Smith-Dill.
day. But all the competitors, what great bowling all day. You know, let alone performances, but the 10th frame, the close matches, whether it was a tough game or it was a game where there's strikes. I mean, just great bowling all day. It's been fun. If you've been in person watching, it's you should. If you weren't here, you should have been, because you've missed a lot of great playing today.
Well, Samantha New will get us started here. Championship pair on 9 and 10. Again, want to thank our sponsors, Motive Bowling, Pinheads Bowling Center in Fishers, Indiana, the Anderson-Madison County Visitors Bureau, Mike Albee's Arrowhead Bowl in Lafayette, and Big Four Sox and the Indiana State USBC. If it wasn't for these sponsors, the broadcast of this incredible match between the New sisters wouldn't be possible here on Savage Bowling TV. And Samantha starts right off where she left. And her
She's been sitting out for about 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah,
so
in the
it's
winner's
wow.
bracket, she started out with the front seven.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, Mike. Does that relax both players knowing, it's my sister I'm bowling against?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that, for Shelby, she's got to win twice, so she's going to go out, go hard. But Samantha has to do the same thing. She has to go out and win it now. You know, you don't want to get into that second game.
Both players come out firing.
Yeah.
You're right. Samantha is in kind of not the driver's seat, but again, Shelby's got to win 2 games here. So
she's got to win 2 games because you don't want that bad break to cost you the opportunity, because you got to get to this next game for Samantha. So, I mean, not for Samantha, but for Shelby. So you got to go out and just keep putting it in the pocket, and they both look lined up so far. So.
Yeah, if you're wanting to ask any questions, feel free to join us in the chat here on Savage Bowling TV YouTube page. Chad's checking out the chat. If you have any questions or whatever, comments, we'd love to hear from you. As Shelby New starts her match off with the double.
Yeah, 2 good shots.
And you
2
just
good shots.
love the sisters smiling one another, and this has got to be one of the more memorable matches in state tournament history.
Well, it's difficult as sisters or brothers and siblings to not get caught up in that and just keep your head down and do your job. You know, it's difficult.
Well, and both players, as competitive as they are,
Exactly.
would love to have the bragging rights in the household,
Exactly
wouldn't
right.
they?
Yes, they would.
That comes in light. Ooh, washout split. I will say this. Shelby has a little bit more of a stronger ball roll, so she's going to be able to have a little more area than what Samantha's going to have. Will Samantha playing that dollar ball kind of help Shelby?
It's possible. I mean, I think that it's going to be later if it happens. I mean, I think that the key so far in this one was going to be that Samantha's been sitting. Shelby's been continuing to be in the fire, So I think it's advantage Shelby a little bit, because she hasn't had to, even though she has to win 2 matches, she hasn't been sitting. So she's been in, the last match was a tough one, and so I think that makes it more difficult for Samantha to come out and keep up.
Well, both players, this is their home center.
Yeah.
They're bowling in front of their hometown fans and family, and exciting for the bowling, the community, to have 2 really talented young ladies who happen to be sisters.
Wow.
bowling for a Queens championship. A lot on the line, too, other than just a championship. A chance to bowl in the PWBA Queens.
Yeah, the Nationals, yeah, exactly.
Great shot
Good comeback.
there.
Yeah, good comeback.
I'll tell you right now, this is the tone setter in the match, in my opinion. This ball right here from Shelby. Her sister opened in the second. She could take a 22-pin lead early in this match. Oh,
wow, what a shot. Good shot.
Solid 10.
Yeah, she's got a good look on this pair. Just the ball just doing what it needs to do. She's throwing it great. That one there, wow. That was a great shot. Solid 10.
Well, the other thing, too, is we talk about pressure. Really, the pressure's probably on Shelby because she's expected to win in the eyes of most fellow players or those that know Shelby. She's more familiar than Samantha. So the pressure might be on Shelby a little bit there, knowing that she's expected probably to win this match. But, however, her sister's been bowling so well all weekend.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the fact that Shelby's been able to go from a match that was heated and close all the way through, even though it's more matches and all that, she's competitive each time. So Samantha's had to start and stop a few times. That makes it hard to reload and start again real quick. So, yeah, I think Shelby's going to be tough to beat. Oh! Wow.
Boy, right now she didn't have much luck. That was an absolute stone 7-pin. And it even slid over.
Yeah, it even got hit, yeah.
Slid over a 1/4 inch.
Yeah. But she got that ball real direct, and it held. So it held pace. So that's a good message that she got there, even though you leave the 7-pin.
You're right, though. She's been battle-tested all day.
Yeah.
And performed so well in the 9th and 10th in all of her games.
Yeah, she's over that uncomfortable feeling after that 150 to 150 game. You know, now she's got it together and attacking. But she's had the right attitude all day. I mean, even talking to her early on, you know, she had the game plan and she stuck to it.
Well, once this match has concluded, we have a champion. Mike Albee will be out on the lanes speaking with our champion and for the check and trophy presentation. I'd imagine there's probably some type of tiara or whatever going out to the winner.
Oh, she's got herself back in this one. Great shot.
All right, now Samantha New with the double here. 5th frame, left lane. Comes in light, 2-4-5. That's going to be the difference. If she misses it just a little right, the ball doesn't want to pick up enough.
Yeah, she just needs to play her own game. I mean, it's hard when you watch another player who's got a little more power and things like that. You just kind of do what you're doing. It's you got to stay within yourself, and you don't want to have to try to force your hand and just keep doing what you're doing. You're the leader. Do what you do. It's hard. It's hard not to watch the others.
Big spare here early, and nice cover. Definitely Samantha gets a lot more on side, almost on top of the ball, right?
She comes around it a little more, where Shelby gets behind it a little more, saves her power up.
Definitely a little bit more of the power game per se compared to Samantha. can create a little more air, a room for error or area. Here she is, right lane.
Yeah, great shot there.
Well, she hasn't missed a pocket all game so far. And she's got 3 strikes. 5th frame with a strike. Leading by 13. Can increase that lead to 23 with another. Excuse me, she's got a 3-pin lead. She can increase it to 13 with the strike right here in the 6th. Oh, look good off her hand. She just, it's that half pocket just doesn't want to carry for her.
Yeah, just didn't quite make the corner. I mean, it was a good shot. Like I said, another border to the right, and it just, 5 pins obliterated,
Yeah, and it's amazing, like you were saying, if you're just a board to the right of that, it's a swisher. Oh, and she misses.
I'm not sure she wants to give her sister any room to come back.
No, and that just changed the complexion of this match immensely. Now if you're Shelby, just don't get too anxious after you see your sister give you an open.
Yeah, this is one Samantha. She can jump on this one quick here. But once again, she needs to just stay within her own game and play her own game. She just take her time, make some good shots.
This is when you want to have tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You're focused on one thing and one thing only. Yeah, she just can't get the ball. When she misses right, it just doesn't have much of a chance. The 1-2-8.
Well, I think that's what she's done so good today. She's kept the ball on line. She's had a couple just leak to the right in this game, but the thing she's been able to do all day is keep the ball, towards the pocket or on line.
Big spare here. You don't want to give it right back, and she doesn't. Good cover. We're in the 6th frame now. And right now, just a 4-pin match. Advantage Shelby. Of course, Shelby's thinking, man, I've thrown
she
the
has
first
missed the
6
pocket.
balls.
Yeah.
And she could be way out in front right now. And it holds
that was
pocket.
more like it. Yeah, that was more like it there. Ball's right on line. Sets one up. That's what you do. Just keep sending the message. You're still in it.
All right, 4 pins here. Just the difference in the game. Strike there in the 7th frame for Samantha. Now Shelby, the sister. Now the question is, who's younger and who's, which one's?
Yeah,
well,
I have
we
no
don't know,
idea.
right? It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of difference in age, does there?
Nope.
Maybe a couple years, I'm guessing. Oh,
Wow.
my goodness.
I didn't think there was that much room for that pin to go that far around the 10-pin. Man, that was a great shot. Great shot.
Okay, Mike, she's left now a solid 7, a solid 10, kind of a half 10. What are you doing here if you're Shelby? Do you just keep throwing it right there, or do you make it subtle little moves?
I think you got to keep throwing it there. I mean, because you're still ahead, so you don't you don't want to lose the pocket. There's little twerks you can make. Whether it's up or back on the approach. Little things that aren't going to help you. It'll help you maybe carry but not lose the pocket. Like that. I'd move. Maybe an inch or two just farther back on the approach. So maybe the ball will roll that inch or two sooner, not lose the pocket, but maybe that 6 will hit the 10 then. Because, boy, she's got the pocket.
And it's just so frustrating when you can't get 10 down.
Yeah.
Here she is in the 8th frame, still leading by 4. Oh, great shot there. remember, Shelby has to beat Samantha twice. And like you're saying, if Shelby does win this game, then all the pressure goes on Samantha at that point.
Yeah, here's the shot in the 8th. I mean, you know, Samantha's working on one here, so this is a big one here.
It's to take a 6-pin lead.
You know, try to send a message that, hey, I can do this.
Well, we know she can perform
Yes.
in difficult situations. Can she do it right here in the championship match, 8th frame? That's close. Oh!
What a shot.
The first time she's left a 10-pin that I can remember in a while.
Yeah, that was a great shot there.
The only time she missed in the match against Teresa in the championship, she left a solid 8-pin.
Yeah.
She never left a 10-pin. She left a...
That just looked like it had great angle and everything. That was a great shot.
It looked good off her hand. Good
spare.
cover.
So now the advantage kind of flips back to Shelby because she's got the strike working. So, but this is a big 9th frame for Samantha, so she needs to set this up.
Now 9th frame here. Trailing by 4.
That's left a little bit.
All right. Leaving the 3-6. Big spare here in the 9th frame. Gets it.
Good one, yep. Good spare.
That's not the easiest of spares.
No,
I mean, there's
no.
plenty of ways to miss that. Now, Shelby in control here. 9th frame working on a strike. Leading by 6 pins.
And she has not missed a pocket.
Can take a 16-pin lead here in the 9th and really take control of game number 1. She has to win 2 games in order to win the championship. Oh. You know, and she probably deserves that one because she,
Yeah, so now just any kind of mark, and she's moved us to the 1-game winner take all.
and sometimes that's easier said than done.
It is,
as we've
especially
seen
when
before.
you know it. Yeah, especially when you know it.
Absolutely. Just a little before 7 o'clock here, our time.
Good shot.
And that's enough
Yep.
there. So
Now-
Shelby New wins game number 1.
Now, do they stay on this pair or do they switch?
Do they stay on this pair? They bowl both games on this pair. Championship pair.
And Shelby will continue just to stay lined up and make good shots and be ready for the next one. Same way with Samantha when she gets up to fill her 10th. Just try to make good shots. Great game by Shelby. Shooting 225, forcing the one-game winner-take-all with her sister Samantha. But Samantha still has the 10th frame left in this game. And she'll continue to try to get lined up, and little family banter going back and forth. Samantha will want to make that spare and get another practice shot out here and get lined up.
Yeah, a heck of a game for both, really. I mean, Samantha just had kind of one errant shot in the second and a couple of light shots, 5th and 6th, but.
Yeah, I think Samantha's going to have to bowl her best this next game to have a chance, especially if they stay on this pair. Good job.
All right, Scott Gilmore and Mike Albee once again in the broadcast booth here. We are one game in, and Shelby New finds herself one game away from winning this championship. And again, the sisters both bowling well, but Shelby with the advantage, you say, right now?
Oh, I think so, especially she's got this pair figured out, and she's very comfortable on it. Other than not carrying a couple shots, I think it's big advantage Shelby for this last game, especially with just one game winner take all now.
All right, game 2 just about underway here, so we thank you for watching here on Savage Bowling TV. Shelby New and Samantha New, sisters, bowling for the Indiana State Queens Championship here on Savage Bowling TV, and we should expect fireworks here in this game maybe, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, all you do is let it all hang out and get all you can get and make the best shots you can, and it's one game winner take all.
Well, we thank you for watching here on Savage Bowling TV. It's been a heck of a Saturday afternoon here inside Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana, and really excited here to watch this final match. And again, the sisters giving each other a little bit of love before this final game. And man, if you're a fan of bowling and you're a fan of your hometown, the hometown sisters here from Anderson bowling for the championship.
Yeah, I think they would have taken, knowing that starting out the day, I'm not sure they thought this could happen, but here we are, and they've both done a great job to get this far.
Well, when we find out who wins, Mike Albee will be down with the check and trophy presentation and the interview with the winner. And
that was a little different shot that I wasn't expecting, but, you got to go out there and keep your speed up and do the things you were doing, kind of not get caught up in the talking to what's going on around you, and just head down and one shot at a time.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you take a 225 here, like Shelby had her first game, and feel pretty confident?
If I was Samantha or Shelby?
If I was Shelby.
Yeah, I think so. Now, Samantha's bowled some pretty good games today, but she didn't look like she had that the first game.
Yeah, against Teresa Smith-Dill, she had the front 7.
Yeah.
So we know she can string strikes. Can she make the correct moves and throw the ball where it needs to be here in this final game? Winner takes all. First frame for Samantha, right lane.
Well, I stand corrected since that was the best shot she's thrown yet. That was awesome. What a great shot by Samantha.
Really, we shouldn't expect anything else right now, And
I'm going to quit predicting. Quit asking me.
We're just gonna.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, we're just gonna sit back and watch greatness. At this point.
that was a wonderful shot Samantha made right there. Very nice.
Too, how much harder is it to bowl someone
Oh yeah.
real well? Now,
Yeah,
obviously
very
they're
difficult.
sisters, but
Well, it's still difficult because you know each other, and it's just there's that thing. Do you want to beat them, but you don't want to. You can't get caught up in that. It's hard not to.
well, because if it's someone you don't know and maybe someone you don't really care for, it's easy to be a little on the vicious side. You might run something out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, yeah, exactly. You always try to find that edge that you want to get your mind in that spot where you want to keep digging and digging and
Right.
And what a great shot by Samantha for a double.
Starts
Wow.
out with the double. It's just what the doctor ordered to start your match out, especially when you're pulling for a state Queens championship. And like you said too, Mike, it's also an entry into the national Queens.
Yeah.
Sam is 3 years older.
All right. Chad helping us out. Sam is 3 years older than Shelby. So older sister trying to take younger sister to the woodshed, huh?
Yeah.
All right, is that what we would say?
You said it.
Younger sister has something to say about that before it's all said and done, but and a good spare there. But I knew there couldn't have been quite an age gap between the two because both look very, very young.
Yeah. Yeah, if they bowl together, it's quite the team right there.
Darn right. Imagine there's some city tournament doubles with those two together.
I would certainly think so.
Oh, it hits it, but not hard enough. And back-to-back 10 pins for Shelby.
Shelby just looks like she's not quite, like she might have made a move in a little bit, but she's not quite catching it like she was because now the ball's starting to come in a little behind. Getting a good break there and not leaving a 7-10.
Yeah, and you wonder how that can, you finish the 10th frame so strong. How can that happen in between one game and the next? But we see it so many times.
That or she saw something and she decided to move it a little bit. It's hard to say. But she hasn't lost the pocket, so that's important.
And it's early.
Yeah.
But what a big shot right here for Samantha. And she could take a 22-pin lead with a strike here in the third. Any surprise that this would go 2 games? I'm not. And that's not a knock against Samantha.
No.
That's just how exciting this tournament has been. Right lane, third frame, working on a double. Again, the 1, 2, 8. And her miss, when she misses a little right, it just doesn't have a chance.
Doesn't recover, yeah. It's almost like there's a little bit of a lunge at the bottom of the swing trying to force it in there. And just when you miss it, you miss it. It doesn't give you that break to catch it. For Samantha, that is. But continue to make your spares. And
I was just going to let you know I congratulated Teresa on a great tournament. And she said we jinxed her. So is that surprising?
I think she meant you.
Oh, me?
Hey,
throw me under the bus.
She was in that one all the way to the. I mean, wow, what a day she had, though. Man. Yeah, it's. I mean, she could be out there right now.
Absolutely.
Just, you just don't know. I mean, it was that good of action all day today. There was no guarantees for anybody.
That's a little right. Oh, ooh. 2-pin falls late. That kind of makes that a little more tough to look at.
A little bit. I mean, it's very similar to what she's been shooting, that 1-2-8, but she wants to hit it about the same spot.
Oh, the 1-8. She's really fortunate here, though, Mike, that she hasn't washed out.
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, it's close to that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're really close.
But those first two were just perfectly laid, and she just missed her angle a little bit.
You just want to imagine the 2-pin is there, right? And
Nice
she
shot.
did.
Nice shot.
Great cover.
Yeah, very nice.
She made that look easy. That's one of those where you don't visualize the gap. You just imagine the 2-pin is sitting right there, and you go right at it.
Yeah, you zero in on your target and just hit your target, splice it right over the top, ball right over the top of your target, and then the ball should be where you want it to be.
All right, Shelby New here, 4th frame, looking for her first strike of game number 2 here. She dropped that one. Oh, and it ripped the rack. She didn't like it.
Yeah, she's losing at the bottom a little bit.
She put a good touch on it, though. That ball.
Oh, yeah, it had plenty of power to burn.
Ball sent pins both directions. Well, here's her biggest shot of this game right here. 5th frame. Working on a strike. Championship game. That looks good.
Yep, good shot.
I just love the demeanor, though, Mike. She just steady Eddie. I
Yeah.
mean, they're just.
I mean, she just
no two
keeping that
highs,
even keel. Yeah,
right?
even keel.
Highs and lows are just not there. It's just.
You know, you get a shot condition like this where you know if you get over keyed, you can throw it right through your hook point. You can cause yourself a lot of trouble, so you've got to keep yourself in check and just make good shots.
You know, in that first game against Teresa, where she probably felt like she gave the game away,
Yeah.
you could have been out. Most players might have been out in 2 games, lost the next match, and gone home.
No, that shows the strength of her mental game there.
First ball that really checked up there, leaving the 3-6 for Samantha. Now you're getting into danger zone here for Samantha.
Well, you got to continue to make spares, but you're going to need to throw. We know she's going to need to throw some strikes. You know, unless I don't see Shelby giving her much help, so she's going to have to get out there and put some pressure on Shelby.
Yeah, good cover.
Spare. Yeah, good spare.
That's not an easy spare.
No.
She's made it look easy there.
Especially when you're the only one out there bowling on this end of the house. It's all on you.
Yeah, it's
a lot of
rather
pressure.
quiet, right?
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
Again, we want to thank you for watching the 2020 Indiana State Queens Championship here from Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana. I want to thank Angie Collop and Dave Small, the manager proprietor here at Championship Lanes, for being a wonderful host once again. Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee in the booth. Final game here of the Queens.
Little high. Even the 6, 9, 10. Samantha just kind of trying to get the feel to get the pocket back. You know, she's lost it a little bit, and just got to make those spares.
And she's not leaving herself easy ones.
No.
Makes that. Again, want to thank our sponsors here this afternoon. Motive Bowling, Mike Albee's Arrowhead Bowl in Lafayette, Big Four Sox, Pinheads Bowling Center in Fishers, Indiana, the Anderson-Madison County Visitors Bureau, and the Indiana State USBC. I also want to thank all of our fans, or the bowling fans out there on the internet watching the championship here on Savage Bowling TV. Appreciate your time this Saturday afternoon and evening. Oh,
Shelby just putting together shot after shot. Great shot.
I think you and I
she
both
caught that.
I think you and I both thought that could have been one of those flat 10s.
Yeah.
And then we know that the swing is really good.
She come off that one good. Her hand, good release, good timing. Yeah, the ball's doing what it needs to do to strike. But yeah, she's throwing just shot after shot here.
She's got an 18-pin lead here in the 5th, looking to make it 28 with a 3-bagger working 7th frame. Oh,
nope.
See, there's that. Whoop, pin. Oh, nope, not enough. But there's that half. There's that
it
quitter
just looks
10.
like she's just not quite catching at the bottom on those. It almost sounds like it's going into the floor a little bit, into the lane. But still, I mean, every opportunity to strike with it for sure.
Well, you make this spare and you got a 17-pin
Yeah,
lead.
I mean, she's forcing Samantha, her sister, to try to catch up.
Yeah, well, and throw strikes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
She's not going to give her any help.
Important spare here, and she gets it. So now Samantha is at a point where you're in the 8th frame now, or her 7th frame, and the only way you're going to catch up is you got to throw a double here at some point.
Yeah, and I think now's the time to have that opportunity, you know.
Well, and like you said, it doesn't look like her sister's going to
Well, I think Shelby's
give her any
missed,
help.
Shelby's missed the pocket one time. That was at high, leaving the 4-7 the first frame of this game.
That needs to slow down. And she's a little in and out, right?
Yeah, she's caught kind of crossing that track a little bit. So when she was able to push it up against the pocket earlier, you know, it kind of sit and hold itself. Well, now it's wanting to break loose, and then you try to get that a little bit to the right, and then it just never grabs the lane.
6-10 here. And, oh, no. Not what you wanted to do in the late stages of a game.
Well, I mean, she's got 2:17 left if she can strike it out, and that's the pace that Shelby's on. So, just now you just start building one at a time. Is all you can do, just one at a time. With starting with this one.
All right. Yep. 8th frame, left lane here. Say much better.
And much better timing. I mean, you can see she caught that one perfectly. With the other ones, she's kind of forcing back through it, and that one was perfect timing on that one.
Yeah, and it reminded me of her first 2 shots of this game, right?
Exactly.
Where she looked to be in full control early.
Yeah.
And then the arm started going in and out with a little bit of her placement. And now, here is Shelby New with a chance to increase her lead by 30. Oh, and she
Good
does.
shot. Good shot.
Well, this one right here would put her in the 220s.
Yeah, and then it's just a mark in the 10th.
Yeah.
I mean, forces Samantha to go all the way, and then she can still mark and win.
Samantha will finish the match first, and she can force her sister to at least show up in the 10th frame here. 9th frame, working on a strike. Oh, and she rips the rack.
Great shot. Yep.
Great shot for Shelby. She gives her sis 5, and now Samantha can force Shelby to show up here in the 10th frame. It's not over yet. But obviously, Samantha's got to throw the best shots of the day right here. That's close.
Good shot.
And she says, not so fast, sis.
Yeah, good shot. Just one at a time. Build it in the 10th.
Big sister over here is not done yet. And now she's working in the 10th frame. But she's got to strike out to have any chance whatsoever. That's close. Nice shot.
Pretty ball.
Here's the thing, too. If you're Shelby, you got to be thinking, all right, big double there. I have full control. Now, if sister strikes out, she's going to force Shelby to mark.
Yeah, I don't think she's wanting her to do that. Yeah, I think she'd like to not have to show up in the 10th if she doesn't have to. But, yeah, great shots by Samantha. I mean,
well,
and that's what she's done.
Right.
She's done that all day. She's made shots like that all day.
Well, this will force her to mark in the 10th frame.
And there's a lot of pressure in these title matches. You're the only ones bowling, so it's hard.
And this is right after she opened in the 7th. Oh.
It was close.
Bucket.
It was close.
And that'll give it to Shelby.
Yep.
Little sister, to be honest with you, Mike, I felt like there's a little bit of monkey on her back syndrome for Shelby. The expectations are very high for her. And for her to win this championship, you got to feel like a little bit of weight off her shoulders.
Yeah, I think that she was prepared. Just the interview you had several hours ago after she bowled her qualifying. She was ready. She was ready to do it. But that's easier said than done. And she went through and performed. I mean, ups, downs. It's just unbelievable the day she's had.
And here it is. That's going to be enough. The monkey is off her back. Shelby New is your 2020 Indiana State Queens champion. The hometown hero, so to speak, has finally won the title that's she's been knocking on the door for several years at. And unfortunately for her, the only disappointment is probably beating her sister.
Yeah. Well, and once you win one, I think she's got multiples in her history coming here.
Shelby New gives her sister Samantha a great big hug.
Congratulations to both of you. We want to congratulate Shelby New as the 2020 Indiana Queens champion. We'll be back in just a minute and make a trophy presentation.
All right. We're going to get an interview.
Where are we doing it at? This?
Mike Albee will be heading laneside to get an interview with the 2020 champion and probably one of the most popular champions of this tournament. Shelby New, the local hero, the local hometown bowler who's now becoming quite the legend as she adds to her resume as a Queens champion. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Pinheads Bowling Center in Fishers, Indiana, Big Four Socks, Mike Albee's Arrowhead Bowl, and Motive Bowling. Again, we're so happy and excited for Shelby New. And what a memorable title match as she defeats her big sister, Samantha New, for the title. And what a great day for the New family. Mom came out to watch, hasn't been out of the house much from what Shelby told us, and she got her mom out. And for her to be able to spend the afternoon with her daughters and see them both have so much success, how exciting it is for the girls and her mother. And Scott Gilmore here in the booth here on Savage Bowling TV. Want to thank everybody out there on the internet who has taken time to watch one of the more memorable broadcasts here we've had on Savage Bowling TV. We want to thank you for spending your afternoon with us. What an exciting day for the sport of bowling, for ladies, for women bowling, as one of the top players, young players here in Anderson, and really now one of the top players in the state, Shelby New, your 2020 Queens champion. We're going to send it laneside to Mike and Jeff Circle with the check, trophy, and award
Thank
presentation.
you. We're here with the champion of the 2020 Indiana Queens Tournament, Shelby New. You had quite an afternoon here after starting off with a little bit of a blurb the first game and then fighting your way back through the loser's bracket. So I want to congratulate you on winning the tournament, and here is a trophy for you. And as a tradition that's with the Queens Tournament in Indiana, we have a tiara for you.
Now we just don't want Jeff to stab her in the noggin with that, right?
So congratulations.
Then Shelby, you can take the microphone.
Okay.
Shelby, congratulations. First of all, congratulations to your sister Samantha for doing a great job of leading this tournament, and to your family to have both of you in this wonderful event today that you guys both did so well in. But congratulations to you on winning this one, and probably the first of many, I think. But you'll have more banners up there, I'm sure. But you had a great attitude all day. You started out match play with the 157 loss, which I think makes it so much more impressive. How did you rebound from that game?
I just took it as a get it in gear kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I've definitely struggled mentally, especially with this tournament and the Masters, because I bowl the Masters. Jeff runs great tournaments. And I get here and I always kick myself in the rear because I kind of take myself out before I even get here kind of thing. So I started to do that, and then I was like, don't do that. You can do this. And I have so much support here, and that's just kind of what I look forward to. And I use that a lot, and that's what got me through, really.
Well, you know, I always found out it was tougher to bowl at home than anywhere because
Yes.
you want to do well for everyone. And when you can win at home, you can win anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've done that today. And so I look forward to seeing you, like I said, win so many more times. You're going to do great when you go out to the Nationals. Now you get a trip to the Nationals as well, which is awesome.
Yes.
And what do you think? Anything else to say? I know it's tough for you to bowl your sister. I know that.
Oh yeah, but it was fun. I mean, it was definitely tough, and then especially I'm a mom, but you know, it was fun. Showing it. Both being here,
sure.
but
yeah. Well, enjoy it. I mean, congratulations. It was great. The shot making you made all day was quite impressive, and you made a great ball change in the middle.
Yes, that was a tough one, and that usually for me is a hard thing to do. But sometimes you just have to buckle down and.
Well, good job. Like I said, we'll see you many more times, but wonderful job today, all day, all the way through. Congratulations on winning the 2020 Queens.
Thank you.
And back to Scott up in the booth.
All right, thanks, Mike. And Shelby New, your 2020 Indiana State Queens champion. And obviously now she's got the trophy, the tiara, and more so, Mike, she's also got the monkey off her back now. And obviously she's a very shy person, and you kind of think that you can sense that relief coming off of her winning this title. Obviously, it's tough for her to beat her sister, but you could kind of sense that a little bit of relief from her from getting this monkey off her back. In a way.
Oh, definitely relief. I think winning and winning the Queens and now getting to go on the national stage. But I don't know. There's an awful lot of intensity in that young lady, and I'll tell you what, she did nothing but bowl today and bowled tremendously under pressure early in the matches, even shooting 157 to come back. I mean, when you did that interview several hours ago, after qualifying, I mean, she just has that attitude, has a game plan, and she made ball changes in the middle. Like she said, it's hard for me to do that. But these are the types of events when you win and you see how it plays out, it makes it that much more easier later on in your career when you see these things happen. I mean, you don't want to put extra added pressure on Shelby, but she's one of the best players we've seen in Indiana in a long time.
Well, and to be that hometown bowler and having her mom, she made the point of her mom not being able to get out of the house much, to come here and her mom gets to witness both daughters have such great success. That's got to be so exciting for them.
Well, you can tell just a class family that they brought their children up very well between Samantha and Shelby. They both carry themselves very well, winning, losing, in between. There was never anything other than potential, integrity, just great people, and we're just so proud of them both to be out there today.
Well, if you're a fan of bowling, you had to be so honored to be able to watch the ladies perform today at such an incredibly high level. They delivered every round.
I'm just thank you for letting me be a part of it, because it was fun to watch all day.
Well, you've witnessed one of the more memorable tournaments in state history, to be honest, as sisters go head-to-head for the Queen's Championship. Younger sister stakes claim as a champion, which is Shelby New from here in Anderson. She claims the title, the prize money, and also the tiara. Mike Albee, thanks for your time for broadcasting. We look forward to you. We'll see you at the Masters here at the start of next year.
Sounds good.
All right, for Scott Gilmore and Chad Lester, our producer, we want to thank you for watching the 2020 Indiana State Queens here on Savage Bowling TV. Shelby New is your champion.